Check, check. Where we at? Where we at?
Turn back, intruder, or I'll blast you out of space. This is Clickson, and I don't want any dealings with you human life forms. I'm a cyborg.
Give me 1 second. I'll change the name of the stream. Change my thumbnail. All right, that should be good. We're gonna check up on J-Dub too. Yo, Riarios, what up? Alright, give me a second, let me tweet this out. Batman. Batman. Bill Spencer, man.
I surround myself with nothing but robots.
Robots in disguise.
Tower clear. Roger roll.
I'm not gonna tag everyone, but I put it on Twitter, so just in case. But I am not gonna be like that long. We're just gonna hang out, go through some of these things. There's not really much to say, is there? You can just laugh at all the goofy shit going on Twitter. I mean, look at all this shit. Oh, we gotta check up on J-Dub. They just went live with that dude, what's his name? Here, I'll show you guys. Batman. Batman. This is the end, my only friend, the end. Xbox is dead. That's what I said. Yeah. Wish it wasn't so. You hoe. That's what you get. That's what you get for hoeing the line for Phil. That's what you fucking get, man. I was told, you know, all that horse shit. Hold on. Let's see. Let's tune into
when I
this shit.
have a console and I can just drop money on sales on the PlayStation
games
store,
that you want.
Just stop.
or flee for one more
Just
generation
stop.
from GameStop or on eBay or wherever, and I own it, then it's mine.
Or you could
and
tell
we get it
J-Dub is on
over,
there
it's
because
really a
he's got
license or whatever.
allergies.
But like, at least it's not a subscription.
Blow your nose,
model.
J-Dub. Come on.
And so like,
Yeah.
there's, I mean, they
take a
just they
Dramamine.
have literally decisively told me you don't need to give us any more money.
Not
You don't need
Dramamine,
to f with us anymore.
Can-
You're good. You can just cut clean. You're good to go.
Cuck?
And like it's gonna be a mass exodus. I mean, I think a lot of us are bought in to, like, I'm bought in to Game Pass for like 2 more years because I do like
Oh,
the
you
Black Friday.
sucker. What
the
the
cards
fuck
are
is
like
wrong
what
with
they
you?
used to cost, basically.
Yeah.
So I'm like bought in for 2 more years.
I haven't bought
But let
in
me tell you what,
since-
if I was paying
since
month to
Starfield
month for
dropped.
Game Pass, I mean,
That's
when
why I tried to beat
roll
it within a
credits
month.
on Hellblade 2, I'd be canceling it.
I ended up paying
As
2
soon
months
as I
though
rolled
and got ripped
credits
off.
on Hellblade 2 in May,
And still
my
didn't
Game
beat it.
Pass subscription would be over, and I would not be resubscribing because I know that all the games are going to eventually come to PlayStation. And why do I want the footage in the background? Is my Starfield playthrough, you know, when I first started playing the game, checking it out in 4K.
Oh, there he
like,
goes.
I've got
He's
30
trying
hours
to-
in that game. I'm gonna have to restart that now.
He's trying to virtue
on
signal.
PlayStation 5 because I want to be able to have my save that it will inevitably have, you know, 120 hours.
Could you
or
guys see that
whatever
video?
Of Bethesda RPG goodness
Hope you
on
guys
the
could see it.
PS6 and in the PlayStation ecosystem, because there
Here, let me
is
put it on
no
full screen.
Be ecosystem. They
No,
just told
there's
me
gonna
that.
be there is still gonna
But
be an
there
Xbox
isn't, though.
ecosystem.
Like,
Because
it's not
PlayStation
Just
is now
stop.
the Xbox ecosystem. That's what this
Just
move is.
stop.
Right, but the
That-
save is how. So what?
That's
I'm
just
gonna be able to
insane.
bring
It's a
my
wash,
save over
man.
to PlayStation?
Come on.
That's not
It's
gonna
just
happen.
It's just the reality of
That
what it
doesn't
is.
mean anything. Just because you say
No,
something,
I don't say
They're gonna
it.
have a
That's what
dongle.
Microsoft is saying. That's what Phil says. They count Steam Deck. They count
But you're used to
PlayStation. They count
dongles.
all of this.
Phil's
as part of their
dongles.
ecosystem.
But
And as long as you're engaging with their
Yeah.
ecosystem, that's what they want. And that's what they've said very
Oh,
clearly.
what
to me.
time is
Okay,
that? What
so
time is that
This is what it is.
CNN thing?
They've
Briarios.
only said
Hook
these
me up.
things when
Hook
they
me up
were
with
in
the
a
link so
position when
then
they
we can
were
watch
not
it.
in a favorable position, right? That was their way of coping and trying to get us to
More players.
You know, these guys are good at words to where they give you talking points. They give you the talking points. For example, I remember they said, what was this? There was this one saying that I
There was that
wanted to
thing.
teach Phil Spencer about.
There was that thing that guy
And-
said that time.
You always put these buzzwords out, and then so people rally behind that, and they go out in the public
5?
and they speak this.
Okay,
Then
Eastern.
behind the
So
scenes,
that's
they're doing something
4.
different than
Oh,
that.
that's a couple
Oh,
hours. Z might be on by then. We could go live
exclusives matter
on his
until they
channel.
didn't have exclusives, right? And then it became about user engagements until they didn't have the user
Right.
engagements, and then they changed that.
More
until
engagements.
It's about the ecosystem until they realized nobody was doing that, and they'll always find some kind of other way to spend it. That's why I see it for what it is. As a gamer, how does it fit with me? How does it resonate with my friends and family and things like that? There is no way to spin this. There is no logical way to spin this. The fact is, it's driven by money, but it's driven by unnecessary money because they are the de facto world's richest company. They just bought one of the world's biggest companies. They had the world's largest acquisition for video games. It's just so many big things that just happened. And for them to say to their fan base, now I'm speaking for the average Xbox guy, for them to say, hey guys, thank you for rallying behind
man,
us,
nice
for
shirt.
supporting us for all these years. But guess what? You don't matter. You know who matters? The Nintendo fan base and the PlayStation fan base. They're finna get all your games. They're finna get all the perks. And guess what? Their games, 9 times out of 10, they're probably going to run better. It's probably going to have the dual sense haptic feedback support. It's probably going to have the 3D audio, the instant loading. Guess what? The PS5 Pro coming out. Guess what? It's going to have the all kind of other stuff because at this point they have no incentive to
All
make
kind
the
of
game
shit.
run worse on PlayStation, right?
It's
Because
just like
that's
Uni.
All right.
where to go.
Yeah,
It's
well,
just like Uni Sensei said in the Twitter space earlier.
yeah, I
when
knew that
we
it
were
was
talking
happening
to him,
today. I
Brian.
forgot what time
If-
though. But
if
yeah,
they
It's
give
gonna-
us
that's a while
our
from
money
now,
back,
so.
we're all good. We're fine with
They're
Microsoft
not
Xbox.
giving the money back. This is a money
Exactly.
play.
So they
Yeah.
can go to hell. Like that's how we feel at this point. Like they can go
Today.
to hell. And
That's how
ain't
you feel
nobody
today.
and ain't nobody paying for Game Pass and buying Xbox games anywhere unless it's on the PlayStation Store. Like that's how it's gonna be. Like
Or
it's
on
like
PC.
that now.
Is this guy a
because they
juggalo?
did it to us like that. I mean, sure. whatever.
He
But
sounds
as
like a
far as the
juggler.
people that game in their living room that either own an Xbox or a PlayStation or both, we're not messing with Xbox anymore.
What if the
like, and they
PlayStation
will
6 is
see that hit.
$1,000?
They will see that hit. They
People
will
will buy it.
feel it.
People will buy it.
The
People will
Game
buy it,
Pass,
but
the Game
price
Pass
is the barrier
subscription
to
is going to
entry.
go down.
But not
It's
because
not going to stay
Xbox.
stagnant or go up. It's going to go down. They're going to feel that
Down,
hit this
down.
month. They're going to feel that
Yeah.
hit.
We
And they
can't
know
fear
they're gonna
monger.
feel that.
We're not going to fear monger and say because Microsoft made the decisions
Man.
that they made. Well, now Sony is all of a sudden going to jack the price.
No,
of
I'm
the
not
consoles
making
up.
Well,
the
I
argument.
can
that
listen
they're
to
gonna
this.
jack
No,
the
no,
price
not
because
for
scroll through
you.
the
I'm
shit.
talking
I
about
mean,
heard that.
you said on Twitter, you're like, well, the PS6, what if it's $1,000? And I was
just
like,
said
I'm
that
not
here in this
touching
podcast.
What if it's
that.
$1 million?
No. It's and I'm bringing that up because of Moore's second law, the massive increase of doubling of costs to be able to produce that level of power. And something has to give. Either you have to migrate to the cloud so you can offset that cost. You have to use some form of cloud compute so you can keep the base hardware, the local hardware, as cheap as possible, because
Bro,
it is
people
still
still
about
like buying
mass
consoles.
adoption.
Shut up.
They don't want to sell less consoles, especially PlayStation. So
This
the question
whole-
is,
we're
as a
moving over to
theoretical,
the
I don't know if
cloud
they're going to raise up the
goofy
price.
shit, man.
They could just end up raising up the cost of video games to like they even were talking about $150 from Sony. They, maybe games will cost $150. They already do.
Supply
if you
and
actually buy
demand,
the,
man.
like the
You guys are
full edition
skipping
Everybody,
over.
on that
listen,
one.
there was this discussion back when before GTA 6 trailer came out. There were rumors that GTA 6 was going to be $150.
He doesn't understand there's still a
There
demand
was no
for
outrage. Everyone said,
video game
I'll buy
stuff.
it, I'd buy it.
Yeah.
So I don't
If the
want to
game's
hear
good, gamers will game.
if a game is good, people will buy it. People
Yeah.
buy collector's editions and the top premium of all the time. Call of Duty. Every
People
single
still like
year, the same
electronics,
person
though,
buys
too.
the top tier.
They like
freaking Call of
controllers
Duty.
and
All of that.
VR.
Listen, gaming is expensive.
Even though
hobby,
that's
and
niche,
gamers will. There's
people
unlimited
buy
amount
shit,
that
man.
people will pay for.
That
great
Apple thing
console
just
and great
came out.
price. It's just
People bought that
unfortunate
shit.
that Microsoft had the cheapest console on the market for $139 this holiday season, and they really didn't sell anything. And according to Jess Corden, that's
So,
part of the
Briarios.
reason they see nobody's buying these consoles.
You thought
Well, and
let
they're
me
not selling consoles because they have been signaling that there's no reason
let me
to
read
buy
your
the
comments.
console
Hold on.
because they don't have those. And again, that's where I think that we'll see the timed exclusive.
Oh yeah,
where
who else?
you
What
can
up?
play first on.
Hey, I'm over in the
next
thing,
Xbox or play
Why?
first, but they want
Why?
to shift you. Well, it's
In the
it
shows.
as an option to the gamer.
People,
He
you know,
wanted to
you
say
know,
something.
99%
You
of
got
people
anything
would
to
just
say?
sit there and just wait.
And exactly, but
So why
that
even do
still
that?
is-
Day and date and
I'm
call
just
it a
fucking
day.
around.
Day on
Oh,
PC,
okay.
you clearly
Trying to
I
get
see
this
what you're saying.
ontological
You know what I'm
shock out of the
Like,
way. You know?
that hey, you get to play it here first on Xbox. Like people are not gonna.
Honestly, I didn't
we're
even
busy
intend to
playing other
watch
games.
this.
We
It
can
just
wait
popped
3
up on my
months,
thing, but
6 months.
let me look
PC
around.
guys, freaking Kirk will sit
I gotta
around
get
and wait
caught
for
up.
2 years to play The Last of Us on PC. So you don't think these guys will wait a couple of months to?
The crap
They
gamer is
they
depressed.
effectively have killed the Xbox.
It's
console.
Jover. It's
over.
Jover, J-Dub.
It's over. There is no logic. There's nothing they can do. Even if they come out today and say, "Hey guys,
It's over.
backtracking. We have a change.
Where's
of
that
direction.
guy?
We're gonna guess what?
That's who I want to hear from.
They let it sit out too long.
What's that guy's
People
name?
don't trust them. In the future, sometime they'll flip flop again, and they'll end up there. The mind share,
Michael is
they just-
life.
All the mind shares out the door.
What was his reaction to this?
This week and last week was probably the biggest win for Nintendo and Sony by doing absolutely
Michael does
nothing.
live, yeah.
They didn't have to.
It
do
was
nothing.
Starfield
They just
does
sat
live
back
for a
and
while.
watched Microsoft shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, what is this?
effectively
What does this
kill off their
weirdo got to
console.
say?
And
I still
Sony
argue
came
that
out
this
with
is the biggest
Kojima.
win for Microsoft as well, but it's their
Oh
man.
my
big change.
He hasn't
God.
said shit.
This is huge
What?
for Microsoft.
No, they're
Yes.
done, dude. Are you kidding me?
Somebody clip this because I'm gonna give this.
Oh,
one to
that's
him.
fine.
He's got a
That's
video
totally
coming up in like
fine.
40 minutes.
Microsoft is a $6
The biggest
billion
meltdown
company
in
or a
video
$10
game history
billion
is about to
company.
We don't-
And
What do you mean
we don't
about to
care
happen?
about
that.
they didn't get that
Brian,
way from
Brian,
Xbox.
it's like-
They got that way
What
from
the-
everything else. We need
Brian,
to
we don't
separate
care.
Look at
that.
this.
We don't
Division is
care
right
if
now
they go
their
make a
third
lot of
largest
money.
revenue. No, I'm talking, Kirk. One second.
Oh, he's
Their gaming
trying
division
to
now is their third
clickbait
largest
with
revenue
something else.
producing division,
You know
and
why
we're
that
gonna.
is?
Because they bought
know what that
Activision
means.
Blizzard and they have
Woke.
King. They're going to be bringing Game Pass. Pay attention, guys. This is what's going to happen. Here's the roadmap. They're going to be bringing Game Pass to mobile and breaking into that market of which that they have struggled to
Nobody's
break
gonna
into.
buy it.
What?
And not us as the
They've
five
always been
percenters.
fucking-
We us gamers, people watching the show, listening to these words, we represent maybe 5% of the gaming market. Microsoft wants 100%. They want to be able to hit all these different avenues. And yes, I don't like mobile gaming. I'm not a fan of mobile gaming at all.
J-Dub.
They're going to end at 0.
What's up?
When you can't even maintain your base,
you can't even maintain an erection. What?
God damn, J-Dub. You're trying to tackle this pie in the sky, thinking that cell phone gamers are going to save you, thinking that cloud gamers are going to save you. You're thinking everybody else is going to save you.
Bill already went on the stand and said that their mobile enterprise was defunct.
Yeah.
That they'd had no success and that they were hoping that King could give them an injection. Sure, but that's a Hail Mary play.
Yesterday's
that's
show.
not guaranteed.
I don't know if you're just waking up. Did you just wake up from the cryogenic
gaming is this weird, unique thing that I'm going to use a term that people are.
Man, you missed it.
Be very articulate in communicating this. I'm going to say
the aliens were disclosed. The extraterrestrials that live in the ocean, they were disclosed. Bill was disclosed as one of those lizard shapeshifter guys.
Burger joints and things like that.
And
so
bots,
I'm not making the case
some
that
bots, I should say,
has that level of preference. But video games
finally realized
instill in us this connection, this relationship to the IP
and we're on the brink of nuclear
there is no PlayStation
war
equivalent to Mario. There is no, Halo on Nintendo. And if Microsoft wants to go that direction and bring games to everywhere, like that is actually a win for gamers, whether they choose to want to play or not.
It's not
play,
good for their software. Their software will suffer.
The archaic design, how video games have evolved, and just in terms of cost and what business and how businesses
if they keep with that Game Pass shit.
The writing has been on the wall. I'm actually, the only thing that surprised me is
this might make the software better, though, honestly.
And not sometime in the next year. I was thinking
they might start trying to actually put some effort into it because it'll go to PlayStation and shit.
And what it is, but
you're going to need to put out better shit.
If Phil Spencer came out and said it, he says we've lost the console wars.
Otherwise, you're not going to sell anything.
What's happening? We, even if they release 10 out of 10 games, that people aren't going to just sell their PlayStations.
They should have tried it. They should have tried it first before they knocked it.
They have been trying it, and they haven't been good at it. So let them be the company and let them focusing on the work and where they are good, because they have good skills, right? But they have struggled in certain areas.
Those people are gone. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Amazon has a console. It's a cloud only console, and it's additive.
It's not really a gamer kind of company.
But I'm not saying that it's gonna it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the mainstream. But PC gaming isn't the mainstream. Console gaming is gonna remain that for the foreseeable future.
I want to address Azer in the chat's point here, saying that Xbox is the new Sega.
Oh,
Sega is crushing it now.
Not like this.
But what we forget is Sega was terrible for years. It took them years, almost multiple decades, to get back in the game after they collapsed with
now
the
it's Gears of War.
The idea that Xbox is just going to make this roundabout 180 pivot and all of a sudden be an amazing publisher after they were terrible at making consoles.
Short-term versus long-term.
Sega is just now with Yakuza and Persona and Atlas, which I'll throw that up there. And those games, I need
we got some music.
That. Yeah. With Atlas and Yakuza and their other franchises, Sega is finally getting to the point where they're respected. They're doing well. People get excited about Sega properties. They're a very good publisher. They're comparable to a Capcom or a Ubisoft or one of those outlets. And to think that Xbox, who has failed at hardware, who has failed at being a competitor in terms of
changes.
You should buy your games on our platform. Who has failed in the mobile market, who has failed in cloud, is now somehow going to be good at being a third-party publisher. I'm just not buying it. They're just going to disappear until they figure it out, and then they'll come back in a much smaller form. But that doesn't give me any return on the investment of almost $1,000 that I put into Xbox, and it doesn't help.
This might be the most truthful thing Corrupt has ever said.
They're offering nothing. And they have been offering, the world supposedly, and now they're just gonna come out and be like, oh, actually, we figured out that we suck, and you shouldn't have given us that money, and we're just gonna disappear into the ether now, and we're gonna be.
They're still gonna be around.
More breaking news, guys. I hate to break it, but
breaking news.
Every 30 minutes.
No, by all means.
Breaking news.
30 minutes. But Microsoft is backtracking on the day one Game Pass where the games were going to.
Oh, that sucks. That sucks.
This is official. This is official now.
Just
You have a link for that? Because I want.
Yeah, I need to look for that. I mean, not that I
By the way, this was
wouldn't
posted
believe
by
it,
Tim
but
Dog. This was posted by Tim Dog. So
oh shit.
he
Yeah,
has
yeah.
no dog. I mean,
No,
Well, like,
if they
somebody
pull
go do
out
wellness
of,
check
out of
again.
Game Pass, that means they're pulling out of Game Pass.
Listen,
That means the console's over. What the fuck? Are you not getting
Things have
this?
Changed drastically just within that hour.
That's so sad that it's like people are like have to be.
Ginger.
You got to hold their hand the whole way and fucking tell
I
them
get what
that
you're saying,
the console is
But
done.
man, that's
It's
a
like
that's a
what the
horrible hill
fuck?
to die on because this stuff is changing every 30 minutes.
I don't know how this is me dying on the hill. I'm just
No.
literally
What I'm
what's
saying is,
happening.
the next 30 minutes, Microsoft can say, "Hey, they're giving up on the cloud initiative and the mobile initiative and everything." These guys are just don't know at this point.
They just don't.
I don't
you
see
know,
them saying that. If they do,
I
and then
didn't think that they would say that they're gonna not do day and date in Game Pass.
They're not doing
prior
day and date
either.
Game Pass. That like that is in and of
It's
itself
real.
like that is rough.
Fuck it.
Well,
That
because
sucks.
like their platform,
Nobody
and what
believes you
they've been
anyway, Kid
communicating is that
Smith.
Game
What the
Pass
fuck?
is that platform. That's where like, yeah, the console. Like, I'm not worried about it. They told us years ago that this was
Just
going
become
away.
a
But again, I know
PlayStation
that not
hater.
everybody was
you know.
following.
I mean,
around
that's
that
all.
time.
JW,
But,
do you have
doesn't
any
Idea,
more
though, is that
context
ends up
on
being
that?
true. Yeah, if that ends
Well-
up being true, like that, like why would I be subbed to their Game Pass? Like the reason I'm subbed is because that is the offering that they bring in, and if they're going to go that direction,
I
then
wonder
the
if that's
value
true.
proposition isn't there.
Well, Tim
So
Dog-
I'm not going to be a Game Pass subscriber, and that's perfectly fine. You know, yeah.
Well, you have a fluctuation of 350 potential new customers coming in. Game Pass is not on their service, so therefore they have to change the way with what they said to fit that narrative. So it kind of makes sense, but it doesn't make sense because why does that?
I gotta hear this.
Funny because Dave and I have been talking privately, and I was like, I'm taking a break. I'm not going to come on my shows right now.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
da 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 da.
Did say that.
But obviously, and you know, Tim, you and I talked the other day too. But it's obviously, I've heard what you just said. That clearly, it sounds like somebody that does not want this to happen has been trying to leak this information out. It's interesting, and I wasn't going to say anything. I've just been paying attention, talking to people privately. But people started pulling up things that I had been saying in like 2020, 2021 when they originally acquired Bethesda. Because what have I
Here
always
you
said?
go.
You don't spend $7.5 billion to keep things the same, right? And what did they say? They said, like here's a hilarious part. I am even on record in an Xbox showcase saying that Starfield is exclusive. I'm off my own lips. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, obviously, I believed in what the strategy has been, and I've been championing it and talking about Game Pass and all the services, and gaming everywhere on the PC and the cloud and all these things, because I agree with it. I think it's great. My issue is, again, these. Look, Tim, you know more than I do because I have zero sources. I never want to know anything.
You know your stuff. But
I know nothing. Trust me with this, I know nothing. Absolutely
I know nothing.
But this may very well be happening.
I was just following orders.
No, I'm still treating it.
That sounds familiar.
So let's just go under the assumption that it is happening for the purpose of this conversation. I think you guys already said it. That it was like, it almost seems like you didn't give the plan a chance. Like, we're doing this mid-generation. I could see we went through this whole Series X generation.
Are you
and at
fucking
the end,
kidding me?
They realized,
They spent like a decade with this dumb shit. What are you talking
Start
about?
putting some of our major titles on the competitor's platform, because I was even catching heat a couple weeks ago because I'm like, Hi-Fi Rush, Sea of Thieves, not that big of a deal.
Right.
Older games, whatever. They're not going to put Starfield.
The fact that Starfield came out
years and
as shitty as it did is when you should have been saying shit. Or even way before that, but god damn. Motherfuckers were just doing propaganda. And that's all it became was propaganda and fake news and fake outrage and PlayStation hating. It's just no substance to it. Just cheerleading. It just became, people start rolling their eyes at that shit. Like, forget us in the fucking bubble, but like the people actually, like, that just like, maybe they pay attention in gaming shit every once in a while and they dip their toe in, or they they check in on what's going on. And man, if they just saw even, because I mean, people don't fall for that shit. You got to get out of that bubble, because in the real fucking world, people look at you like you're crazy when you're showing all these fucking games coming out for one, and you're saying there's no games on PlayStation. Like, what the fuck? It's like, it, you know, I don't know, fucking weird.
That's the proposition, and
that's why I
believe
called it
the future.
self-immolation
If they
during the
pivot
ABK
from
shit,
that
because I
and
noticed
completely change that,
the fan base was starting to do that. It was like they just didn't give a fuck about gaming, you know. It's like, oh well, we're just gonna fuck up everything. We're just gonna become propaganda and
Co-founder
horseshit.
of Xbox Era says
It's like you're destroying your fucking community before our fucking very eyes. That's what they fucking did.
Are going to collapse because of this.
It's kind of become a laughing stock.
Who is that over at is that Jesse Norris?
It sucks.
Or
his name is John Clark.
Yeah, that's the guy that broke the article.
Yeah.
It's like, it's bad enough the Xbox console is going away. Don't burn the fucking community in the process.
I watched
like,
their live yesterday.
you know,
Xbox
what the hell?
They're the ones that broke the original story.
In the original, in the leak,
or spite gaming and
story about
as a whole.
God, I can't. Oh, Starfield.
Just because you're resentful. It's like, what the hell is that?
It seemed
like,
to
you don't
me
like gaming.
connecting the dots. It seemed like what's that?
I was telling people Starfield was going to come
Sure,
out
I mean, so was J-Dub. So was J-Dub, right?
I was like,
you know,
2018.
Let's go.
I'm just saying that
Yeah,
the confirmed news from inside Xbox, like that was broken by Xbox Era, and the connect the dots tinfoil hat of that is that they didn't want to release. They said they did not want to release that story yesterday. However, about 30 minutes later, Tom Warren comes out with an article about Indiana Jones, and then he also came in the live for Xbox Era and said, "You ruined my weekend." So apparently, Tom was maybe going to release
sitting
it
on the information
on Monday, and then Xbox Era was like, "Well, we're small. The Verge is going to get it. We better go ahead and run it." And so it sounds like they're like, what have we done? But like, I mean, like if this is what they're going to do, like the people have a right to know. So
I was just playing this thing in the background. I don't know.
Deafening.
Well, Phil's supposedly going on CNBC and
they're just talking nonsense.
Right?
That's fake.
Oh no!
I was listening to what you were saying, and honestly,
and so there's all kinds of right now.
Xbox don't care,
he was
fam.
gonna
They
address
just want a
everybody,
subscription
today
service. Microsoft has
by a
always
couple
been a
sources that I trust,
subscription
but maybe that's
company,
changed.
Yeah.
so
Maybe
we
they're
can't
like, oh,
we can't
shit,
expect
this
them
is out,
to go away
we're
from
ready
that
to
motto.
communicate,
Like
and now they're
they're
scrambling.
buying up everything,
Silence
but
is
because they
deafening, and if
want
do
to.
not say anything
Basically,
today
they
on
want to
this
corner the market and
subject,
say, "Hey,
that
if y'all
I think
want this,
is
y'all gonna
in and of
have to
itself
come
the
to us to
biggest
get
red
it,"
flag.
which is fine.
How can you not?
But
Because it's not even.
It's sad me watching and listening to everybody say, "Oh, this is better for Microsoft because of their budget," and it's like, do y'all care about their budget or do you care about the games? Because I really do give a shit. As long as the company makes enough money to keep making games, that's what I care about. All that I hear post up, all I hear Mello, Noah, all I hear them say is Microsoft's money, and I'm like, yo, when are y'all gonna wake up?
They always had money.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when are you gonna wake up and say, all right, enough of the money shit? When we gonna get the? Because now think about it. They was making fun of PlayStation because PlayStation guys not gonna get Blade. We're not gonna get Indiana Jones. If all of this is true, then what do you really have to say now? More money? Aren't like, come on.
We've seen all the side, like what we were afraid of at the beginning when they started doing the pushing the Game Pass shit was that they would just start slopping out games and it would be all fucking mid and bullshit, and it's like that's all we've been seeing, really.
Minimum effort,
minimum
profit.
effort. So my point is that there could be a silver lining in them going multiplat and putting more effort into it, because you're gonna have to fucking put more effort into it if you're gonna sell. Otherwise they're gonna go from what they're selling now to even worse. You know, it's a snowball of fucking the regular people out there outside of this bubble. They don't look at shit the same. It's like, you know, Xbox at a certain point, you know, you become a laughing stock, and they're gonna look at the label and not fucking want to play it at a certain point. So you got to start making better software, because
they don't give a fuck, Buck. Microsoft is going to give you what they give you, and that's going to be it.
That's some bad fucking shit, though. I don't know if you've ever seen, like, how much stuff like how much negative shit that Starfield gets. Like motherfuckers set up whole channels dedicated for that game because they fell for all that fucking hype. They thought that this was going to be their culture, their gaming culture for the next 10 fucking years was going to be playing Starfield. And instead it's become like this snowball effect where it's like people start up channels just to dunk on Starfield. It's so bad.
Yeah,
like, and that's a toxic part of gaming as it is, but it's still, that's a fucking, you gotta blame that at fucking Microsoft and the influencers. They fucking did that. They did that shit. They, you know.
You wanna know what I wish? I wish that Phil going to that show, I wish it was true. I think this needs to be addressed. Instead of waiting all the way up until like what, April, May to get an announcement from Cerebon, like I wish.
Well, that sucks because we don't even know if that's a confirmed thing. And then this thing I heard today where, oh, Phil's going to be on TV, I fell for it and I thought maybe it was real, but it turns out that's bullshit. So that sucks. He's gonna let motherfuckers.
It was true.
You know why? Because more shit is going to be coming out in the next all week. That I mean, I was just listening to J-Dub on the thing. I don't know if he's capping. Yeah, he's on with that dude, Ginger Prime or whatever, trying to convince him that it's over and all this shit. But he was saying that what the fuck was it? The latest thing? Oh, that they're ditching the day and date thing on Game Pass.
Oh, they're getting rid of that? Is that true?
I'm gonna have to look it up because J-Dub said it on. He's live right now on. I was playing it on the show.
Oh yeah, no, I was watching the stream, but that's crazy. Man,
that we want to play.
I don't know. I'll have to double check.
Play a game that's
everything's happening so fast, so like I literally just was playing the thing with Paris, trying to fucking.
That we could be.
I mean, I guess Tim Dog was on there somewhere, but yeah, it's bad.
Oh gosh.
We knew, but I knew this day was coming where there would be it'd be like a guillotine fucking coming down where there would be a very quick break. We said that because when consoles really die, that's what happens. It's yeah, you see signs and there's leaks and shit, but when it happens, it fucking happens hard and it's quick and it's people don't even realize what the fuck happened by the time it's over.
Let's talk about Final Fantasy 14 on Xbox.
I think that's basically what's going down.
February.
The silver lining will be, or the lifeline that they'll throw out there when they eventually do talk will be like, oh, well, we're still gonna stay alive with this whatever their next machine is, which is not gonna be a fucking competitive console, but whatever that turns out to be, fucking whether it's a dongle or that box or whatever, streaming shit, no disc.
I'll be honest with you, but I think Phil Spencer is a genius because he was able to have people buy the console for so long without giving them anything. That's a genius move right there. Like I gotta give him an applause for that.
Yeah. Well, they had to kind of change their strategy as far as how they dealt with the PR part, because they were not putting marketing dollars at all into the games themselves, but they were putting all their effort into like this new celebrity influencer slash propaganda machine that they built. It's like very cult-like. And another thing that Freddie always likes to point out, how I was saying this earlier too, that he despises the console wars and despises his followers. And if you read about cult leaders and like even like people like Trump, that it's true of most of cult leaders too. And I know it's like I kind of half joke around with it, but Phil is kind of like a David Miscavige in a lot of ways. He's like our version in gaming of that, because just the way the fans, like, they will not, they still won't turn on fucking Phil. Yes, still to this day, they're gonna go after Satya, they're gonna go after Cerebon, but fucking for some reason Phil, I don't know if it's some like hypnotism shit, like, which is another thing that cult leaders do. They program you. with
But
their
I mean, it's
fucking-
just like what you said. It's the Trump effect.
Yeah.
People just are enamored with a certain individual because they did anything for you, but I mean, they're just enamored. People love Trump, and I can't explain to you why. Maybe they
know
love the "you're
why.
fired" guy.
Well, you,
I know why.
there's some books about, but you'd have to look at it's the cult, the way cult programming and
Basically,
cult leaders like the Scientology.
fascination with Trump is like this, right?
That's why I say Phil is like a microcosm version of just a greater problem we have in America and the world, really. You know, it's in a lot of it's narcissism, mental illness, mixed in with the fucking
Mental
cult of
illness,
personality. You know.
What were you saying, Matt?
Yeah.
No, I said the fascinating. I mean, like Buck said, it's similar. The same way people love Trump is simply because I don't know if you ever heard some of these Republicans. There's this weird fear mongering about government being like, oh, they're trying to take our guns, they're trying to strip off our freedom, they becoming communists. We got to prepare ourselves to fight. Blah 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 blah. You get what I'm saying? So with Trump going into this, he knew this how to stoke that fear, right? So this is why they say I love Trump because he's not controlled by the media. It's the irony. It's literally is, you know, America's trying to turn into a dictatorship. Whatever this case may be, right? But they don't realize that the man that they're rooting for has that kind of mentality if he has the chance to do it.
Nigga already admitted that he gonna be a dictator day one. Like he says it, and people still say that's not what he means. Like, God damn.
The Final Fantasy thing hits.
Yeah, but then at the same time, you have followers that actually root for that. They're not ashamed of the fact that they want a dictator. They just try to hide them a little bit more, but those people that are out there, they want that. That's like, yes, I want a fucking authoritarian, Christo-fascist, you know. But anyway, that's off the topic. But like, it's in that realm. Is my point. Because that's typical politics shit used in race. I mean, that's around the fucking world. If you go to China, they have politicians that do the same type of shit. You know, they're more conservative. That you know, and the poor. So you say it's outsiders or it's this. It's like it's the same shit everywhere. But I just mean the more like cult leader kind of thing.
But when do you see it for what it is? When do you say, okay, every time he says something, he's not doing what he says, and I'm just gonna stop believing him? When do you stop believing him?
To play that game because Xbox makes
because every time we question what Phil Spencer or whoever over at Microsoft does, you know what people say? Well, Sony and Jim Ryan, and it's like
you have to be away from it for a while, basically.
To play
so these people,
we're not talking about Jim Ryan, we're not talking about Sony. Like why you always have to
a good place to
deter from the topic at hand? Like, we talking about
my biggest thing was when the whole Bungie information came out, right? Then all these people getting forced out. Connie Boo got forced out. Mind you, this was not even a primary source from none of these people, right? Because primary would be Sony saying, yeah, we forced Connie Boo,
right?
And all these people, right? I remember dudes was running with that. Was like, yeah, you know, this is not good for Sony. They firing people because they gotta make that money back. They struggling. They spend that money, and you know, a Bungie duped them. Sony is struggling financially. Now we're here with Microsoft, and it's now people are saying, well, I don't believe any of this rumor until Sarah Bond or Phil Spencer comes out and say it. You notice they don't keep the same energy, right? The hypocrisy is what kills me. By that logic, if Connie Boo didn't say that she got forced out, and Jim Ryan didn't say that he got forced out, right? And he said that he's resigning on his own free will. Why are you guys saying that's not true? But you're saying, I mean, that's not true. We know he got let go.
You know what?
But when is this situation, then we're saying, well, no, this is all rumors. It's not true. There's no basis to it because Sarah Bond didn't say it. Phil Spencer didn't say it. Matt Booty didn't say it. So that's the part I'm like,
you know what?
You know, yeah.
The more that I'm thinking about it, I think the Sarah Bond thing might be the best way to go about it, as far as mental health goes. Because if Phil stays away long enough, because these people that are like quitting Twitter, like Clobriel quit fucking Reset Era and shit, all the people that are doing a clean break and getting off the fucking internet for a while are gonna be, they're gonna be the ones that once they come back to it, they'll see, oh, okay, and they'll like look back and they'll see Phil as this what it really is. But the ones who are still in it, they get getting strung along, those are the ones that are fucked. So if Phil were to come out right now and fucking throw them another fucking bone with all his bullshit, you know, double speak that he does, that would be the worst thing. So it's probably best that he stays away for a while, and when somebody does speak, it is Sarah Bond. I mean, they got an attachment to her, but not like fucking Phil. I mean,
No,
you know
it got to come from Phil.
yeah, because she's not the cult leader in this situation.
That's what I'm saying. He got to be the one to say it. I disagree with that statement because he's the one who said we're not doing this. He's the one who said we're gonna make an effort. We're gonna give you VR, all this dumb shit.
I just mean for the sake of the mental health of and these people that are really went off the deep end. I don't think that would be.
You can't. I can't help your mental health, Buck. I can only tell you what the truth is, and then keep it moving.
No, you're right.
You know what I mean? Like,
well,
you're right for the rest of us, but
the problem is this, right? Sarah Bond goes out there. It's not gonna help the mental illness. It makes it worse. Phil will have to be the guy that has to break this.
But they'll still. That's the thing. It doesn't even matter. They'll still defend him from himself. They'll say Phil didn't say that or something. Like it's always the same thing with the Phil thing. You can't.
And that's why I said it's going to backfire because they need to hear it from him, not her.
Regardless, what has to happen is, right? Phil might end up having to step down because if Phil doesn't say anything and Sarah goes out there and speak, what happens is that now that mental illness, all of that just transgression goes after her. Now she takes a full blame, and then they're just gonna be on some bad shit, crazy shit after her. So you're not helping, you're just making it worse, right?
Right.
Believe it or not, Phil will be the guy because he's the one that caused it to say, hey, this is what we're gonna do. And that's the only way for some of them to break out and be like, damn, all right, you've been lying to me. I guess this is it. I'm done. Because that'll be the only way for some of them to wake up because that's what's happening. Like Clover and all these people, Tim Dog, because they now starting to see because it's Phil that created this. It'll be Phil that has to like put the message out. If Sarah says something, it's just gonna be worse because she's already getting attacked already. So they already were looking to blame somebody. So you're telling her, putting her in the forefront, it's ain't gonna help. It's just gonna escalate these dudes. Like even more, like I'm telling you, bro. Like the
well, that's what I figured. Even Phil just doing anything would be, you know, because they just can't see straight. They need time away from Phil.
I'll be honest with both of y'all. Even if Phil said something, it would be the Donald Trump effect. Like, yeah, unfortunately, they go into PlayStation and Nintendo. People like, oh well, Phil had to do it. You have to understand, like everybody.
Exactly, they'll make
Trump.
excuses
Like,
for they make excuses for Phil. That's why I'm saying he's got to be away for a while because there's this process when you get out of that bubble, you have to be away from the for a certain amount of time. Like you go back to it after a couple of days, it ain't gonna fucking work. You know, no matter what fucking Phil comes out and says, they'll still somehow spin it.
That's my point.
That's great. Yeah,
and I agree with Manhattan. It can't be Sarah, because they're gonna fry her. They like he said, they're already going at her, and she hasn't even said anything yet. But if it's Phil,
Either way,
go ahead.
There's gotta be a long pause in between because it can't be Phil this week or. He's got to stay the fuck away for a while because people are not going to see. They're not going to see it. You know. They have to really process this shit. If Phil comes out, it'll just string them along again. It always does. He's got to be gone for another month, at least.
I want to know, when did this happen? Like when did we get here with Phil Spencer? Like why and how? The man can never do no wrong, but everybody's always willing to go to bat for him. Why?
I don't know. Because they're friends with him. I mean, like we were talking about that earlier. Tim Dog. I broke bread with Phil. He said that shit. You know, like he's
broke bread with Phil.
Yeah, he's mad at Phil on a more personal level right now than he is.
Yeah, but that's the shit I'm talking about. Like, you know what happens when people meet their idols?
Yeah,
this is what happens.
Yeah.
And that's all it was. He met his idol and he could do no wrong. I'm sorry. I could never.
Because it's more than just like being buddies with somebody. You could be a buddy with somebody that's like famous or doing shit, and you're still a fan of them and stuff and all that stuff without worshiping them. It's because he became the leader, your leader in your little subculture. That's where the problem lies. It's more than just being a fan like of somebody, or you support them and like they just happen to make games that you're into, but you're buddies with them. There's it's a line between that and then this is your leader in some.
Okay, all right. You know what?
That's where it went wrong.
I'm tired of this. I'll be the one to say it. Y'all ready for the truth?
Yeah, hell yeah.
There's a huge connection. There's a huge connection, right, between Xbox fans and politics and this whole fucking Republicans. I'm not even fucking joking. It took me a minute to realize that majority of their fan base are actually fucking Republicans. Like, I'm not even fucking joking, bro. It took me a minute to realize this is why when this whole shit popped off, like especially with the FTC, that shit, that was the surprising shit. With the shit that they was talking about, like Lena Khan in America, and I'm just like, what the fuck? All of a sudden, there's this huge influx of, if Trump was in office, this wouldn't be happening, right? And they were saying that, oh, the Bethesda went on. Shit, I'm doing like this engineering.
I mean, there's some correlation there, but there's overlap with Trumpism and Sony too. So, I mean, that's just everywhere. Like.
Bro, you notice that they have a huge influx of Republican supporters on the team.
Yeah, well, like, and especially during the ABK deal, because the people that are gonna watch CNN Money and eat up that propaganda from Microsoft would be the people that are more.
Remember what was the talking point?
Conservative. I mean,
remember the
seems
talking
obvious.
point about people that likes PlayStation? Why do you like it's a Japanese company? Why you're not rooting for an American company?
Yeah, that's
crazy.
When an argument come up,
crazy.
oh, you support a fucking Japanese company, not your own hometown company. That's always been their go-to. It's like basically.
Oh, Jay
So
Gamer
you're saying
UK.
they don't have critical thinking skills? Is that what you're saying?
They don't, because when the argument gets tough, they're gonna be like, oh, you support a fucking Japanese company. Sony is racist. As of like Microsoft isn't just as racist. I'm like, do you know how long Microsoft been around as a company? Do you know that they've been around since Martin Luther King? I'm like, think about that for a second, right?
Yep.
You know how long Microsoft as a company. Do you know the people that ran Microsoft during Martin Luther King days? They did not support none of these people. Malcolm, none of these people. Did you guys know that? They've been around, the company been around for that long, and they didn't support none of those people. They didn't support none of the movements, right? Companies change with time, like Buck said before, right? Depending on the time of the era, the people in the office will just be just as racist as anybody. So it's Microsoft, and a lot of these people know that, so latch on to that shit. And notice, I remember Crap Gaming was talking about bringing up Pearl Harbor and shit. Japan blew up your Pearl Harbor. It was like, how the fuck do you guys support this shit? They're racist. They try to take over our country. I sit back, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, what is going on? Like, are you guys using like a gaming to release somehow, like, release this weird shit that you guys have? Like, you know what I'm talking about, Buck, where they hide behind gaming, but it's really about like politics and
there was, there was an element. There was an element of that especially in the early days of Xbox, where there's just I always chalked out a lot of that up to just people trying to be shock jocks for the most part, but even on the podcast where Crap would say that, like, he was with all kinds of different people, so people were just being outrageous. Those are the early days of YouTube, and of course there would be some alt-right and right-wingers in there, but it was a mix. But I can't say that the Xbox culture is just leaned completely right wing. Obviously, the dude bros you're gonna have the guys who like, military dude bro type. So there would be more conservatives in there and stuff, but
yeah, no,
I'm not gonna.
A lot of their fan base was that too. The military bros.
Yeah.
Halo.
It's not really that anymore. I mean, you could make the argument that Microsoft is more woke right now than fucking Sony. So shit changes,
No, I agree with you, and that was the reason why a lot of them abandoned Microsoft because of that.
I'm probably a little bit.
Like, But I don't know. I mean, this is a big change for them. So
See, I was never really like, I was always the late adopter to the consoles. Like after Dreamcast, I didn't really buy too many. Well, I guess the GameCube, I had that. 360, I got at the end of its life. Xbox One, I got on at the end of life, but I was never like into Xbox Live and all that shit. So I wasn't really into the online gaming portion of it. Like so I don't know. I always thought the hardware was really good. You know, a 360 is still a good fucking machine. You know?
It's crazy to me though that when I look at now let me preface it by saying Sony fan base is very toxic, right? But I never, when we don't like something, we actually speak up about it immediately. A lot of these guys, they just say, "Yo, man." It's always the wait till next year approach with them, and it's never like you don't speak up. Like, all right, for example, if you don't like something, I'm good friends with Phil, and I break bread with him. Yo, Phil, what's up with that, man? That's not cool. Or I don't know. I just don't see them doing that. They're just like, well, we just gotta wait and see what they're gonna do approach. And with Sony dudes, like with that Portal, a bunch of people was complaining about the Portal, not just me. Like, they're like, no, we didn't ask you for this. We wanted the Vita too.
Yeah.
Niggas didn't even like the idea of that Slim. Like they hated the PS5 Slim. So I'm not saying Sony fan base is perfect at all because they very toxic. They very toxic. But at least if they don't like something, they're gonna speak up. These Xbox dudes ain't on that. And I don't know what it is, man. If I'm spending my money, I need to speak up.
Somewhere along the line, they got backed into a corner, and it became more about it's that same shit. It's that division shit. So where you're not even, after a while, you're not even arguing for your best interest. You're just, it's like you got to try to own the libs. So you got to be right on this, or you're fucking, you know, just it's the same thing in gaming. You know, it doesn't even matter. You're just capping for the brand, right or wrong, and you lose sight of that. So,
you know why I like Ricky Brown, because he actually tells you like, yo, nah, I'm not feeling this movement, and you know it's okay to be honest. We're not gonna fry you because you're honest. Like we're gonna fry you because you never are honest. You know that's why we come at your neck. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's, to me, all of this is sad. I'm really like sad about it because it's like I ain't want what Z says is correct. You don't want one console to go away because then you'll see the wrath of the other console, and that's not what I'm.
But I'm
not looking forward to that.
I was always like that, but then I did start coming around to what J-Dub was trying to, like when Z was in jail, and he was telling me, because we were watching it back then, you know, fucking during this ABK deal, just people are like, they're so resentful of PlayStation, so they would just, and whether the fucking Xbox goes away or not, they'd rather just fucking burn their fucking, even burn the whole community down just to spite PlayStation. And but I'm coming around to what J-Dub was saying, was like, don't feel bad, like let somebody else fucking come in and get the fuck out of gaming if you're not gonna fucking be contributing. Because I was doing the same thing, kind of having this nostalgia and wanting them to compete and stay around. But at the end of the day, J-Dub is right. If you're not gonna fucking do it, get the fuck out of gaming, because you're making it starts to have a negative effect on gaming. And he's kind of right in that. Let somebody else fucking come in and do it. People, and you know, and not be just a machine. And granted, Sony is like that too. Like with, you know, we always got to hold them accountable and make sure they're not just slopping out bullshit. But at the same time, they do have people there that are letting, because you can't fucking run video games like it's software app updates. That's why this turnaround over at fucking Microsoft that's going on, the higher ups are looking at it like, you guys aren't turning it around fast enough. Why does this take 8 years? Why does this take 7 years or whatever the fuck, 5 years? They think it should just be done in 6 months, you know? It's like, no, not when it's artists involved, and you know you have to. It's I don't know. It's a weird amalgam of, yeah. It's they're making software and shit, but it's you gotta like coddle artists and make sure it's a fucking environment they want to work at and be proud of the work and.
But Buck, when
all
do you,
all that kind of shit.
when do you manage properly? Because Redfall, Phil said he took full responsibility on that because we just let them do what they want. You telling me you didn't come in at all and say, "Yo, this ain't it, guys. We need to delay it again." Like, and I'm only gonna speak on Redfall because he spoke on Redfall. But he said we should have did better.
But we saw that.
When do you say okay, enough is enough?
Yeah. That's just people falling for the bullshit because we heard leaks about how people were saying, oh, we were kind of they can't say it because they're under NDA, but they were basically forced to fucking push it out. They you know.
You talking about Colt Eastwood and all that? Because Colt Eastwood was like, yeah, Redfall looks so promising, and I'm like, yo, what?
Oh no, but like afterwards, hearing from people saying that basically Microsoft just was like making them push this game out even though they didn't want to fucking do it. Because think about it, even the people that work on it, like after a while you're like, I don't even want to be associated with this shit, but you're forcing us to fucking put it out. So, and then we look bad afterwards because every fucking Xbox put the whole fucking console on the back of this little fucking piece of shit that they were kind of forced to do, but they can't say they were forced to do it. And then Phil's out there saying it's a passion project or whatever horse shit he's always saying, and it's just that shit snowballs, and then regular people get a wind of that too. Because if you're not in this bubble, like you know, people in this bubble think that the outsiders don't see all the nonsense that goes on. They fucking people are a lot smarter with their fucking money, you know.
Yep, that's true.
And it has that negative snowball effect after a while with people that are like, that's why you're not seeing people buying their shit, and it's having a detriment effect. Like it's like after so many, like how many times can you keep getting, you know, put out bullshit, you know? So that's why I say this, the silver lining in a lot of this is them getting their shit together for at least, because if they're multi-plat, maybe you know, they have more resources and they'll take more time and they'll have to take more time and care into putting these games everywhere because, you know, well, actually, no, their sales will go up because just by the fact that it's on more systems. But but still, there's only so many spaces in a year for PlayStation games without gobbling up sales of each other. So the only way to really stick out and
worse than
you got to make fucking better software. It's like,
you know, we certainly hope that we're wrong
and that's
here.
the key right
Maybe
there,
it will be a
because think about
surprise.
it.
We obviously just
I don't know what the
but
actual number is, but Post Up said
the trailer's been out for about
in 2021 that Game Pass had 30 million subscribers, and then in September 2023, Post Up also said they had 30 million subscribers. So if you're telling me in 2 years you got one of the biggest communities in PC gaming, and you're only sitting at 30 million. How can, I mean, even if you buy up all these publishers and buy up all these companies, how are you really going to move the needle and get people over to Game Pass? Like, how does that work? Because obviously it hasn't worked. And what is it, like 2 billion PC gamers, and you're telling me most of them are Game Pass subscribers? So that, I mean, how do you? I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's starting to look like it. If what we're hearing is true, that they're not just going to be killing the fucking console. They're going to be fucking, I mean, Game Pass might just end up being some shit that like quietly dies in the background, you know? Because the whole point of the Game Pass was and why people even would cap for it is, oh, we're getting the day-and-day games, and we're getting, that's where the AAA games are going. You just sign up. So that's why these suckers were signing up for 2 years. Like there's that dude on JDub's stream was saying, oh, I still got 2 years on my Game Pass. Like, what? Why did you do that? I haven't fucking re-upped since
I'll be right back. I got a meeting coming up.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Let's see what Michael is saying. He's not even talking about this shit. He's talking about.
The trailer came out 2 months ago.
He's talking about GTA.
And with that
what is
said,
wrong with you?
Here we are, 2 months later, talking about a game that has fallen off since the 2 months that the trailer released, and
What
the
the
only
fuck is he
thing that's
talking about?
carrying this game at this point.
He's trying to make fake news about GTA or something. It's like times change. If it goes a little bit woke, I doubt it's still gonna matter because
Alrighty, folks, here we
it's
are
about
yet again
car
with
chases and dumb shit.
another
Yeah, it's
dead
like,
game, GTA 6. Get excited. Let's get that chat moving today, folks. We are tired of seeing a dead chat in here, so let's get all across the globe, as that is seemingly the case in the coming. Unlike Xbox, I guess, but you know, when this game does release in
I don't even know what the fuck. What is he talking about? Was there a new GTA trailer? Anybody know in the chat? What about you, Levon? What have you heard? What's the word from Levon? What's the latest news? There's too much shit going on for me to catch up and keep up. So let me look.
I haven't heard anything about a GTA trailer.
You know, Michael is life, or Starfield is life. Do you know who that is?
Michael is life.
Yeah.
Is he the guy that sounds kind of like Trump a little bit?
Yeah, I think he does that voice, but he's got it. He started doing a stream.
I've heard
He's like, the biggest meltdown in video game history is about to happen, and like he's talking about GTA 5 or GTA 6, and he had woke going across the thing. It's like, what the fuck? What are you talking about?
Well, Gears is gonna
aside the graphics and you ask
possibly,
yourself,
you
what
know,
does the
launch
trailer-
on PlayStation 5. That's one of the.
Yeah, I saw that. You know, they should put out what's that game? Or what was the DLC for Gears? Ghostbusters or whatever. Gears Busters.
Hive Busters.
Yeah, busting makes me feel good. They should put that out. I bet you that would do good if they put that out, like in a nice packaging, $40 budget title that has Gears and Hive Busters. I bet you it would sell pretty decent. People never play Gears too, you know. Just put out the single player. Fuck the multiplayer. Although that would fucking help the game too. I didn't even think about that. For all the multiplayer guys, more players. The games that actually need more players are those games. So let's go. Halo and Gears. Those games are, I mean, all those kind of games are, I always thought the more people playing them, the more fun. Might as well, because my monster's not but fuck it. What else is going on? Oh, Moss is trying to go live. Play Grand Blue Fantasy. Jez Corden. Microsoft has no plan to quit console market. Yeah, sure. Why would we believe you at this point? You fucking did a fake interview with fucking Phil 2 months ago where Phil said they're not going third party. So what the fuck is wrong?
A fake interview.
Why would we listen to you?
You said a fake interview?
Yeah.
What was fake about it?
He took a press, what do they call it, a press kit from Phil and spliced the video where like he was like there talking to Phil or some shit, right? I'm pretty sure that's a fact that I didn't just make up. Slimy cheesecake sitting in the movie theater down in front. Oh yeah, my bad. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt the movie. More players. Sorry. What else is going on? Let me see. Maybe we said everything there is to say. Ontological shock aside. It's just too much. I could have covered everything in a video, a pause tape. Oh, what's this weirdo gotta say? MBG. So now there's rumor.
New news from Phil Spencer. I found
rumor that Call of Duty may not be coming to Game Pass. My lord, if that happens, it's a final blow to Xbox fans. Not even a slap in the face. Oh shit.
They're planning a business update event next week.
Business.
They're gonna talk about their vision and the future of Xbox.
Damn. Damn. Look at this shit. Damn it, man. Oh, I gotta send a picture of my cat looking like that. Shit. That's false. Come on. Where's everybody? This is old shit. Oh, Phil Spencer. Two minutes. He just tweeted this. Oh, okay. That's what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. I got it on screen now. Phil Spencer says, here's finally a message from our dear leader, David Miscavige. I mean Phil Spencer. We're listening and we hear you. We've been planning a business update event for next week, where we look forward to sharing more details, more players, about you, about our vision for the future of our Roku box. Stay tuned. P.S. I hate you. Damn. You're going to say something, not this. Oh, man. Not like this, Phil. That's why they're okay. Keyword. Business update. You hear that, cult members? Beeswax update, alright? So don't fucking take this as a goddamn David Hasselhoff fucking Baywatch moment. Suck in your gut and grab the fucking life preserver type shit. This is some serious shit. Business update. Let's get down to business. I ain't got no time. What is this? Something. Mom spaghetti. Damn. Whoa. Oh, that's hilarious. That's funny. I gotta save that one. Damn. Thanks, Phil, for listening to us. Thanks for Lucky Tales, too. Paris. Broken Games loves to keep my name. Oh, shit. Damn. They're fighting. Holy shit, he said keep my name out your mouth. What the fuck happened on fucking... What the fuck? BG is fucking... fighting Paris? What happened there? God damn. This is a wash. I gotta see this. The fuck happened here? Xbox fans should hold the false prophets and Microsoft pawns like Colt Eastwood, Tibnock, Paris, etc. accountable because they fed you false promises, lies, and propaganda. They don't know what they are talking about. I mean, that's perfectly fucking fair to say. Because these fucking people were doing propaganda. On a fucking daily basis almost. So I don't see that as being egregious. But disrespecting my wife and then called them and Lex. I don't know what that, I didn't miss that part. When did he ever say that? I missed it.
Xbox side.
Never listened to Weapon Wheel.
We say all the time, put a name on the bullet. Colt
They just do a bunch of Xbox propaganda, right?
These individuals have led y'all
shit.
astray. They have lied to y'all. And they have
I don't even know who any of these guys are.
sucked from the teat of Phil Spencer
Oh,
and all these other Xbox
Who
executives.
the fuck are these guys?
That
I've never seen
spun
them.
narratives and change the belief system of how the gaming industry. They told y'all, oh, it's only about engagement numbers. What the rest of the industry? And Colt Eastwood was like, oh, look, art sales will always be one reason y'all think Xbox is special, Game Pass is special, and they're gonna call the shots of how the industry works. Sales will always matter. In these engagement numbers that they lied to y'all and told y'all that was most important, maybe in multiplayer games, sure, but individual a la carte sales will always be what's important. They changed the narratives on y'all, made up all these lies.
Yeah, the metric thing that's pure nonsense. Like, you make up new metrics and you hide old metrics. That's typically horseshit.
And made up all these beliefs, and y'all fell for it.
It reminds me of like the AEW shit. It's smoke and mirrors to make yourself look like you're actually competing with your competitor. That's why. It makes sense in wrestling though. It's like make yourself look like you're still on the level of WWE, but you're like nowhere near there. So it kind of makes sense going with that on that front. But for video games, I don't know. Doesn't seem like it really worked. In the end. In the end! Crawling in my skin. What else did Phil say? This sounds not good. G-Scoob. And they're just all laughing at him. Crap, we don't believe you. You did propaganda all this fucking time. You jumped off a couple times, but then you were right back praising Phil and making shit up and third party. Oh, I don't know, when they were running with that recently with Sony, it doesn't have any games and shit. It's just kind of weird. I guess they got caught up in the social media part, letting J-Dub make fun of him for on the not having first party games, even though the reality is they fucking Sony's always padded their stats with third party deals. It's just like nobody looks at the fucking label, in the real world. I mean, yeah, we do it, I guess, but they just fucking buy the fucking games, and it's like, oh, this is it's on PlayStation. All right, looks fucking awesome. All right, they're not looking at the back and going on the internet to find out. They don't own the IP or they don't own the fucking studio. It's like nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a shit. We're listening. We're listening. Why is he tagging Beast of Truth? Beast of word salad. Yeah. I think that's about it. I don't think there's any more crying. For now, I guess people gotta go eat lunch to get back
Wait
to
until next week.
yeah. Oh, I didn't watch Thrash's video. Okay, there's some more entertainment to be had, I guess. Let me watch this shit. My wounds, they will not heal. Hold on. All right. Yeah. I just put the tweet up on the thing. I read it out. Oh, that was a while ago. He said that. Sorry. I don't hear my comments come in, so I missed it. But...
Have you been feeling bad lately?
Oh, Jesus.
How have you niggas been feeling though? How was your weekend? Hey, has Phil Spencer or Cerebon returned any calls yet, niggas? Huh? You see, I love being right.
See,
I
think a lot of bots
you know
got way too caught up in shit like this, like letting, you know, I mean, you hear it though when motherfuckers get really mad at King Thrash for his shit talking, and he does say some ridiculous, over the top, crazy stuff sometimes, and he's always trying to dunk on Xbox. So I get it, you know, you got to defend your shit, but
listen.
The base reality of some of the stuff that he said though, like he was right in the end. You know, he trolled about Starfield, but in the end, that shit was fucking real. That shit,
I can barely
you know,
hold in my happiness of your.
He wasn't wrong at the basic premise. So
the breakdowns. I'm enjoying watching y'all suffer inside.
Yeah, I don't enjoy that part, but
I'm enjoying watching you niggas deal with the shit I told you was gonna be dealing with for years.
He's gonna rub this in forever.
For years and years.
Oh, definitely.
That's
definitely.
But that's why and also because of people like Thrash. I'm not saying I'm blaming him or anything, but because there's, you know, still Thrash is gonna be out there doing his thing. There's always gonna be the anti-PlayStation crowd. So I think some people, a lot of the Xbox people, they'll just transfer to that. And there's overlap there anyway, just like with the alt-right shit. There's overlap with that salt shit. You know, all the people that fucking Thrash tries to fight with, which I wish he didn't, because they don't really. I wish they just would stay the fuck over there and not be in gaming at all. But it is what it is. Those people are always gonna exist, but those are the cultural vultures of gaming. Those, like, just let them, you know, do their thing over there. You know, bring that shit over here. But I don't know. Thrash likes to mix it up with them. And Porter Rock does it sometimes too. He'll go mix it up with them. But those are the toxic parts of gaming that we don't really need any more of. You know?
And telling y'all niggas that it's a wrap.
But hey, if you guys want to go wallow in that and fight back with them, more power to you, I guess.
It's candy
Whatever.
wrappers.
It's not for me.
You know, the strawberry candies with the soft middle status.
I don't care what Ben Affleck's little brother or Affleck's
only at
has
the
to
top,
say.
nigga. At the bottom, it's sealed. And the deal is sealed, nigga. All your games
Silt?
are coming to PlayStation, and nigga, we don't even.
Where do you get these things that do the subtitles for you? I need that.
Hey, Xbox fans, listen. Hey, Xbox.
What
fans.
on shorts?
If it comes,
Yeah, or you don't know, like when King Thrash puts out videos, he's got these the little subtitles at the bottom.
hurts you. We don't even want
I guess it's like some kind
We
of
don't.
it's probably a plug-in or something with whatever he makes videos with. But I need that shit.
Hey, but in order to drill home the point, niggas
What's with
gonna
him and
buy-
that Mr. T? Mr. T.
Hey, niggas gonna buy it to make sure Microsoft knows
I just
they make
realized
the
that it's
right
like
choice. hey.
B.A. Baracus.
Hey, how that Game Pass look now? Huh? Xbox exclusives are coming day and date to Game Pass. No
Damn, he's
longer,
gonna
nigga.
rent for an hour? I don't know if
They
I
just
could make
Xbox
that.
games. Hey, enjoy. Enjoy.
I don't know if I
While
can
we
listen
play the
to
best
Thrash say nanny nanny boo boo for a whole hour. Damn.
games available, be it on Nintendo or PlayStation.
Beat
or
on the
PC,
brats with the baseball
we
bat.
get to enjoy the bullshit that you pretend to enjoy. And you know what? It might just help Microsoft make more money. That's
More
what
money.
You want Microsoft to make money. Remember, the revenue. Oh my God, they're going to make so much money. How does it feel for them to go after the money then? Huh? Oh, wait. You thought that you were included in their plans. I have a whole video saying that you aren't included in their plans. A whole documentary saying that you don't know what's going on because you're not part of the plan. My nigga.
Yeah.
That's such a beautiful documentary because that's the one. That documentary is the one that was like, listen, please.
Listen.
I think it was the one, I don't know if it was with Minecraft. It was one of those, but the message was, you don't know what's going on. It's because you're not a part of what's going on. And you're not. They chosen.
Do I need to read that Phil tweet
casual
again?
Gamers. I have another video saying that Xbox players are casual gamers. And you thought I was talking about you? No. The majority of Xbox players are casuals because the majority of their games are built towards casuals. It's no longer the shooter box. Sea of Thieves, Hi-Fi Rush. Like, these games are for children, nigga. You understand me? And Microsoft wants to bring cheer and joy to PlayStation children as well. While y'all sit there and pretended that y'all were getting awesome games. And look, even further, they slapped you even further in the mouth, but between the eyes of your mouth. They went and bought all of these developers. And I told y'all, hey, red alert, nigga. Red alert. Y'all was like, oh no, they wouldn't spend $70 billion just to put them games on PlayStation. Well, look at us now, nigga, because they wouldn't spend $70 billion for gamers who don't even buy this shit. Let alone, right? Like, why would you didn't see it? Like, fuck, like, the trajectory. Soon as Satya Nadella got on, they started making these giant purchases. It's been the plan since that, bro. Since Minecraft, it's been the plan. And I said that in the video. I made so many videos trying to warn you on all the scenarios, and all of them have come true. Minecraft is what they want. They want games like Minecraft. And Minecraft is on every single platform, making all kind of motherfucking money. And as soon as they saw that, nigga, I mean, in my video, I break down how they made profit within 11 days. They spent $2 billion on this little indie game that takes absolutely nothing to fucking make. And they made over $2 billion in 11 days. And immediately, they knew where the fuck they were going. Phil Spencer brought that to the table. The guy that y'all niggas been standing behind. The nigga who's been egging you fuck niggas along, always telling you niggas half of a fucking story or making up stories that don't make sense. Single player games, you know, those are the past. It's all about multiplayer games, you know, because single player games are the past. And the next thing you know, they come out with a slew of fucking single player games. Fucking, why do you listen to this? Oh, Scalebound got canceled because Xbox gamers wanted it, you know, they had too much expectations.
That's false.
It's Xbox gamers' fault. You listen to this nigga. This motherfucker tells you in so many different interviews about how he wasn't even qualified for the job that he has right now. He was just the next guy up. When Don Matrick left, the guy under Don Matrick also left. It was literally nobody else but this guy who was just the manager of failed motherfucking studios of Microsoft. That was the guy that he was the only guy that he didn't get it because of his performance. He got it because he was next in line. And since it skipped 2 people, he wasn't even expecting the job. They just asked him, did he want it? And that's why every time he talks about learning.
And the
But y'all
burning.
niggas baffled today.
It tastes like burning.
Listen to Boomstick and him, right? Literally right now talking about the shit.
It doesn't take a genius to figure out where
So
Amy Hood and
it's-
him probably sat on this decision.
Look.
Go ahead.
All I can say is that I'm still gonna play on Xbox.
Yep.
I'm still gonna do
Same.
my 5 shows a week. I'm still gonna be excited about games coming out. I just think that, like I said, for the shyness that comes with exclusivity, is something that Sony and Nintendo use to great advantage with their consoles. Right? They both sell very well. And why I'm disappointed is because Xbox was just like it.
Why
seems
didn't
like
they let it breathe, Boom?
They didn't
Why
give it a
give
chance to breathe.
Yes.
Oh my
exact-
God.
That's I guess that's probably
That
where
again,
I come
yeah.
from, where
They're
one
acting like
ride or
they
die.
just-
I'm Team Green. I'm going down.
They
with the
just
fucking
started
ship. I
this
don't care.
fucking shit.
I
I've been
do
doing
Game
this for
Pass daily.
years.
I'm not
What
going
the fuck is
anywhere,
wrong with
and
you
I
guys?
will continue to make a ton of content.
They didn't
based on
even
Game Pass because I
try.
love it, but this feels
What the
like
fuck?
they didn't even give it a chance to
Just
succeed.
stop.
Like, you didn't even you were writing the ship. You were doing
Just
everything
stop.
right, and then you were just like,
Yeah, they were
nah,
so
dollar
close.
Bills, y'all. Like they couldn't. They
The
couldn't
ring,
help
the Super
themselves,
Bowl
you know what
ring
I'm
was
saying?
right there. It's
and that's
just,
to
all they had to
Tim's
do was
point
reach.
earlier. And I don't want to speak
That's
on
a
him, but
reach.
I'll let him speak on this.
Saying
But
shit
it
like
feels
that.
like you guys are what Tim was saying earlier is they are
Stop it. They've been
eroding
fucking
the
releasing
value
bullshit.
of the Xbox console
These guys are
itself,
nuts.
which is probably why Tim, I guess, is saying
These
that he
guys are
doesn't.
out
He
of their
thinks the next
fucking
one is
gourds.
dead on arrival because the whole it's everywhere now. I mean, you don't
Yeah.
necessarily gonna need an Xbox. That's gonna become probably more true than ever in the future. I'm still gonna get mines, like
Yeah, me
because I love
too.
tech. I'll always get it. I'll
Mhm.
always get the new hotness, but
I'll probably
I'm
get it too.
but I'm hard. Yeah, you will. You know you will. Just don't tell anybody.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You just
funny.
go to those Met fans. They don't need to know shit.
Well, that's their counter argument. They'll say, yeah, Tim will throw Tim and everyone else will throw their hands up in the air, but in the end they'll do buy it. And you know what? It's hard to argue when they have Game Pass and they have that stuff. I don't
Right.
know, but like I said, it's like you said it great. Why not just let it breathe? Why not just delay it for a year, okay? Or delay it for
Like
6
1
months.
year.
Delay
Yeah.
it for just when you can get COD on Game Pass. I
Yeah.
guarantee you'll see some movement. But nope, we're waiting. Here we are, and
I don't know what he's yapping about.
It's going to be a real ugly day. I don't
Shout
know
out
if
to
they're
you.
gonna talk tomorrow. I see something in the chat, but I
I don't know.
heard
I'm
the
just listening to
timelines and stuff.
anybody
You
that's
see, these
just
guys are worried
talking
about.
on there. Oh, it's
what's
King
going on.
Thrash's
Not-
video. That's right.
Not because of the games, no, because of their channel.
was Tim
if you listen
Dog.
to what they're saying, they're like, "Oh, I'm going to still do it, and I'm going to still upload 5 videos a day." This is their money, bro. This is their lunch money, bro. So if Xbox dies, their channels die. And I said this in the video before too. You might hear me say a lot of that. It's because nigga, I've been saying this shit. And I said these motherfuckers right here are only doing Xbox or acting like they love Xbox the way they are is because they have YouTube channels that that pays their bills. So that's why they're doing. That's why they're saying what they're saying. No matter what happens to Xbox, they will always say Xbox, 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 only because that's what their channel is dependent on. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers got profile pics of Xbox signals and shit like that. Fucking dumb shit, right? So it's like they're not understanding. Okay, they're asking why are you like
Just stop.
not waiting a year? Like let this cook, bitch. They've been waiting for 20 years. That's why they didn't buy these studios, these publishers, to give you games, my nigga. Fuck. How many times, nigga? Why would they buy?
That's why they need
Activision
time
to
away
give you
from
Call of
Phil
Duty
for a
when you
while
already
because
have
they're
Call
not
of
going to
Duty?
see any of that you're saying
Why
until
would
they're
you buy
away
a
from him for a
third-party
while.
publisher to remove Call of Duty from PlayStation? Why?
They
why,
can't.
Why
They don't see that
Why would
yet.
you?
They don't see what
put
everybody
Call
else
of Duty
sees.
on Game Pass when Game Pass has failed? Why? And a lot of you niggas say, "Oh, Game Pass hasn't failed." I'm like, bro, yes, it has. I'm just
They're
not
in an
gonna
alternate
argue
reality.
with you, bro.
You got to
If Game
give it
Pass didn't
time.
fail, you wouldn't even be here right now. Game Pass failed because it's only if it's not at, it's been what, 7 years now, and they're not at even 50 million like concurrent subscribers. God knows that their concurrent subscribers probably is like 15 mil, bro. So like how is putting a game that's going to sell and make billions when it first comes out at full price, why you put that on Game Pass day and day for what? For to lessen the price. These motherfuckers have okayed $100 billion towards gaming. Microsoft is going to want to see a return immediately, bro. They're not going to wait a year, bro, because you have proven that you will not pay them immediately. You have proven that you guys steal Game Pass. You guys don't even
Yeah, I
want to
know.
pay for
That's
games.
another thing.
How are they going to make up their? How are they going to get a return on something after spending
Yeah, I can't go up
$100
there.
billion on some shit, right? Right? Like you spent $100 billion on some games and you expect now, look, they delayed Starfield, right? Just so they can get the $70 and try to get more money, right? Because after spending $7 billion, it was already, okay, it's time, right? We negotiations for $100 billion, no, it's time, right? Redfall, they made that $70 fucking dollars. They went and they got fucking Hellblade and reduced Hellblade to a minimum, right? And then that's going to come to PlayStation now. Starfield going to come to PlayStation now. Redfall going to come to PlayStation now. Indiana Jones, you guys had like 5 minutes of cheering on. Oh, look at Indiana Jones, so great. I don't care if it's first person view. It's dumb. I don't care though. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I want to get this. And now that's coming to PlayStation. Everything is coming to PlayStation. It's worthless. Your console is worthless. It's because it's been worthless not to gamers, but to them, right? The console ain't the problem with Xbox. It's the people behind Xbox. People behind Xbox didn't like Xbox. They were close to already getting rid of Xbox. What do you think happened in between the time they said, okay, we're gonna get rid of Xbox to, okay, we got a new plan for Xbox? Did you think that new plan was to take Xbox and make it better? Well, how is that a possible thing if that conversation was had back in like 2015 that Xbox performed the way it did? Like as far as games coming out, you have to wait for E3 for fucking like 3-4 droughts in that generation. It didn't launch this new generation with absolutely no first party games. You fucking telling me, bro? You telling me that they gave a fucking thing? You telling me the plan was to please you? No, nigga. The plan was to keep you sticking around. That's it. They want you to stick around, pay Xbox Live, pay for Game Pass and all of that. And so as soon as I tell you that, as soon as I tell y'all that, y'all get mad at me. And it's hilarious how mad y'all niggas get. To the point to where y'all niggas hate my voice and call me a Sony pony and all that good shit, which is fine. Whatever, you can call me a pony if you want to. I have all consoles. Now one of them is worthless. If anything, if you were smart, you would take your Xbox Series X today and go trade that bitch in while it's still worth something. I'm telling you now. But no. Instead,
even though I haven't booted my up in like a month.
What's up, gamers? It's your boy, big motherfucking king, motherfucking trash, trash, I can't motherfucking speak right now. Anyway, because I'm so excited. I'm so excited to bring you the news.
Be able to
today.
get a lot of good
Do
deals
what you
when people
motherfucking
start
do,
selling their
motherfuckers.
shit. So
Here we go. So the news today is that Microsoft
they'll become collectors
Xbox team, that
items.
fucking trash.
Because it might be
they can buy Activision.
the Series X might be the last
buy fucking Bethesda. I do motherfucking
major console they release as far as power. So
fucking precious.
And it plays everything.
You know what I'm saying, motherfuckers? Yeah, so
pretty much. Well, not everything.
The news today.
You know, play that compat.
You get me? You get what I'm saying?
Definitely not keeping the Xbox One. No, I don't think. I'll keep my 360 and my OG Xbox
motherfucking
too.
Sony poster on the wall.
Although I need to put that back together.
Mighty delicious today. So I'm
it's in a box somewhere, like taken apart.
Me and mother.
I need a new controller for it too.
Motherfucking Sony.
I got one of the Duke controllers, but I want one of the regular.
Just here to say, King Crash, you are a complete idiot. You are a pathetic human being.
You're a maroon.
And I do not
What
see
a
you as
maroon.
man. I see you as a little baby that gets mad over a game coming over to the PC Master Race. You are the most likely
This guy sounds unhinged already.
pony I have ever scene, and you rage like that in a video?
Like that?
My
Like,
God,
dude.
you are a sad, sad human being. But cope and seethe. We get to laugh at you and your incompetency.
Your incompetence.
You're really just that smart.
Really? This is his comeback?
They was attacking me so bad. I was so
It's horrible.
right? Like they was I was disappointing people from telling them the truth. So I had an idea. I was like, you know what? I'ma make a commercial, right? To try to help them understand how important games are and that there are ways around getting over the troubles of gaming. So I made a commercial about the shit years ago. And still, it didn't help. Did you buy an Xbox One? Do you feel like it needs a chance? Do you feel like you've waited enough E3s and you're willing to wait another? Do you feel like batteries are
Gotta
better
catch
than
them all.
Well, we have the perfect subscription for you. Fucking games.
Fucking
Get your life back together with some fucking games. Go to your nearest GameStop pharmacy and get you some today. Side effects may include waking up late for work, standing in long lines, calling out for work.
This isn't where I wanted to go.
Baggy eyes, empty Red Bull cans, battery packets, rechargeable cables everywhere.
Oh my God.
No call, no shows.
I'm just
Angry
going off the
spouse.
path.
If you suffer
I'm gonna do
from
this
angry
later.
spouse, we have a pill for that too.
I'm going to my main objective
Introducing
first.
Fuck a Bitch. Take Fuck a Bitch twice a day
No,
before
leave
you
me
play
alone.
the game and after. Don't take it too many times because you might suffer from no pussy, microwavable food, child support, angry baby mama, and happiness. That's right, happiness. Fuck them hoes when it comes to this game.
Happiness.
Get back to gaming with fucking games.
The fuck is this place?
Get your prescription today at your local GameStop. Fucking games. Games or die. And still, even though I'm trying to give them away, to understand peacefully, the reactions was this.
Or you know what really grinds my gears?
Yeah.
You know what really grinds my
And
gears?
King Thrash, precious Sony, is pretty much the only good company, I guess. But let's be honest for a second. He's saying that Japanese game companies can do no wrong. So, and he craps on Game Pass, and the people who play on Game Pass. But let's start with this little dialogue that I decided to script out. It is called American game companies being ahead of the curve because of previous failures, hence the Xbox One and its Kinect. Japanese game companies, Sony, are the ones that started the $70 games trend during a nearly global recession at this point, where people can barely afford food and gas. It is pathetic that Sony fanboy King Thrash cries racism with his Japanese game company nationalism over people not wanting to buy Sony's overpriced shit.
Now I'm black, screaming racisms towards Japanese companies because $70 was charged. And then they blame PlayStation for the $70 price tag in games.
Didn't make any sense.
It was the white companies in 2K.
And I'm not saying King Thrash always makes sense, but that guy
trend of
wasn't making any sense either.
$70. The most popular games in gaming started it first, and those are the sports and the Call of Duty games. Those are the ones who sell a lot. But still, hey, no matter how hard I try, they attack me.
Damn, he's got a lot of
instead of
ranting
attacking
left to
the
do.
people who are actually lying about gaming.
Xbox is ready to launch a stellar first-party and exclusive roadmap for 2024.
Let me get this back on the screen.
With Xbox, Bethesda, and Activision Blizzard
Make sure
all
we get all
working in
this.
concert to deliver games. This might be the most dominant lineup in Xbox history.
Oh God, he still uses that fucking music?
There is a rumor, Fonz, and you're hearing it right here first, that Xbox might be slightly ahead worldwide, ahead of the PS5.
He's been using that music for like
You guys are in my
forever.
DM. King, what will we do? We will hold the line.
Oh my god. Oh. I've never seen that whole thing. I've only seen the pictures. I've only seen the pictures and like screenshots. I don't know if I've ever seen that video. That is fucking even cringier than I ever imagined.
You guys are in my DM.
Why is he doing that voice? What the fuck?
King, what will we do? We will hold the
That must be from a movie, and he's just doing the voice all wrong or something.
line.
Is that from like Private Ryan or Saving Ryan's Privates? Saving Phil's Privates?
Let's go, King. You
And he's overhyping it like it was the funniest thing he ever said too.
make me sick.
They do. That's another thing I notice about some of these podcasts and shit. They don't do shit like kind of off the cuff and like real. They do it like wacky morning DJs kind of. So you got an A mic, this guy, and then you got the guy, the co-host, that just hypes up all your jokes and like, and when you're doing bits and shit.
Push up.
So it's kind of a formula, but
Do a chin up.
but that's how you really can tell it's like it's kind of fake, you know. It's not
My DM, King.
doing it like you're on radio or something. It's just like
I mean, some of these tweets were very, very comfortable.
This nigga Tim Dog, bro. Like, check it out. The meltdown. Now,
one acting like number 3. Snitching and rats.
Snitching and telling? That's what they was doing?
You can't handle the work. You were getting worked in the field, so you had to go snitch.
All this instruction, all this, please, wait a little longer. All this fucking shit, all this shit has now flipped. Oh, now it's consoles. Nigga, do you know the meltdowns? Have you seen the meltdowns? You know.
Oh shit! I
Odie
started the battle.
Made a video. He made a video just audio. What did he call it? He like an audio book in this nigga Tim Dog, bro. Like, check it out.
If you're like me, Tim provided you with a lot of amusement yesterday and also helped you to sleep. I mean, some of these tweets were very, very comforting. Let's start off with the first one. It's a matter of either go it all or don't. Shit or get off the bowl. If it were me, I'd put on hold another year. Let it die. This isn't the time to do this. Xbox is slated to have an unreal year. Look at the financials. After the year, please, don't dump cold water on everyone. Learn from previous mistakes. That is all. Tim is having an existential crisis. He can't believe what's happening, but what's happening is happening. This contradicts everything he's ever been saying, but let us go on. Exactly. Just dead the idea. I had almost 400 people in my space and it's not. Don't do 180. Don't address the rumor and never do what was said to be communicated. It's not worth the headache. It will sway more people away from the ecosystem. Then the crumbs
I haven't had a
get
battle
from
in a
those
while.
games.
I'm gonna
You
fucking get
either
my ass
say,
kicked.
D it, go for a party and make the bank. Deal with it and
I've
deal
been
with
working
the
on my
repercussions.
army
None of
shit.
this halfway shit. It's just dumb. You held out for AAA. Just
I'm gonna
hold
get my
out
ass
altogether and dead the
Big
talk.
time. Big time.
Do we want to see another 180 when the news comes out after 3 weeks of festering?
Fuck,
Sony
man.
just had a
Should've
shit
saved.
state of play and has nothing really for 2024, and everyone is talking about this. Think about that. Really, Tim?
Should have saved before I got up
Because
here.
everybody's been talking about Xbox's demise, Xbox's transition to third party. You've been in denial, but let us go on. Xbox, just read the comments. It's more than just a social discourse thing. This is only gonna get worse. Especially with this timing and spring slow cooking. Dead the talk. Dead the idea. Don't make the same mistakes in the past. I can only see a riot. Also, those bullet points for Sarah Bond, like really? Tim is hurt. He's really, he's in pain, you can tell. let's move on. Xbox couldn't have handled this any worse. They didn't say shit, and we are here. Only Xbox, man, LOL. Right when they had a clear, clean path, direction, they come up with this idea. Okay, that's it. I'm off to do some errands, and Nick's at 8:30. Woo! The man is losing on 2 dimensions. Let's continue. Yeah, I am real. Xbox is awesome, and it's the best. I just don't think Xbox itself believes that. It is what it is. The best thing they can do is make this thing just a rumor, never address it, never announce it. Hey, things are thick. So then go full third party. I expect to be communicated with properly personally as a consumer. Again, it's not about the console war, it's about what was said and now doing the opposite. Woo! Tim has reached his limit.
I feel so bad for them. But I feel guilty. Because I'm happy.
What was that stupid voice he was doing? What the fuck was that?
Hey. What y'all niggas gonna do? Y'all niggas have made whole personalities behind this fucking Xbox, even though it was never going anywhere. And you knew it. You were just waiting for this. What were you doing? Why were you doing it? Now isn't the time to complain. It's not. You don't complain at the end, my nigga. You don't complain about how salty a steak is after you done salted it, nigga. You can't. You supposed to complain or at least say something before they start the seasoning, nigga. But they have already started the seasoning. I don't think y'all niggas understand. It's too late for Microsoft to even turn back. Said this already. You see, PlayStation knows, and they've been new. I said this, and I know you're gonna get tired of me saying what I said, but bitch, I said it, nigga. And I said this shit clearly. I said, the reason why the CMA, FTC, I don't really the FTC, but the CMA especially, even the FTC really, said that what's going on with PlayStation has to do means nothing, right? This has nothing to do. Like the EU and them, they was pissed off about services, right? You know, that's who they were pissed off about, right? They weren't pissed off and they said this. They said they're not, you know, they don't really care about what's going on because they already knew that Microsoft was leaving the console space. Sony would have had a case or something, or Sony, like, you know, Sony could have had, you know, meant something to the case if they were not going third party, but Microsoft in the background told them, like, look, we're not even going to sell consoles no more. And that's why that shit went through. And now PlayStation is like, okay, they finally got word of it and like, okay, yeah, we'll sign your 10-year deal because you're no longer making consoles. We're no longer worried about it. That's why Jim Ryan said there's really nothing to worry about. Because there ain't nothing to worry about. There are no more consoles from Microsoft coming out. They're going to put their games on PlayStation. In fact, they're in negotiations right now, if not have already finalized negotiations, to have their games on PlayStation. It doesn't work to where it's just like Microsoft rolls the fuck out of bed and say, hey, we're going to be on PlayStation. No. They need to contact PlayStation, especially because they have a competing console currently about putting their games on PlayStation. They have tried this before with games like Halo, bro, and then PlayStation was like, hell no, I don't want my gamers to be exposed to the Xbox brand, bro. Fuck no, you got me fucked up. I don't even need your shit, nigga. Keep that shit over there. But now the rumor is that they are bringing stuff over, and it's like this rumor is being told by all the leakers now. All the leakers are saying all the biggest games, like it's a wrap, all of it, the whole slate is done, right? And the only way that PlayStation would allow that is if there is no more Xbox. It is a fucking rap. It's not just a rap about PlayStation getting your games. It's a rap about, okay, Microsoft is no longer making competing platforms no more. The most you're going to get out of Microsoft hardware-wise is going to be some sort of thing in the back of your TV. And if you want to play Xbox games in a physical way, you know what I'm saying, and have it, own it physically, or be able to download it digitally and play it natively, well, then they have a console for you, and that's PlayStation, dog. Y'all got mad at Don Matrick and shit. Nigga, like, there's a console for you, and it's a PlayStation. And yet y'all crying about it. What you crying about? Don't you get it? You can now buy a PlayStation and enjoy all of your Xbox games on PlayStation along with PlayStation games. The only thing that you cannot do, the only thing that's going to really bother you right now is the fact that you can't run to Twitter and say, aha, ponies, because you are one now. Hey, no more MPDs.
Oh my God,
About
I'm
you
fucked.
niggas, really. Like nobody even gonna talk.
I'm not gonna win this
MPD no
battle.
more. Nobody gonna talk
Might have to
about
come back to this one later.
conferences. Like y'all, hey,
I didn't prepare.
y'all conference with Indiana Jones and all that good shit. That was also a PlayStation conference. Ain't that nice? You guys, hey, you guys have been saying it, right? When the course was going on, oh, exclusives are bad. You shouldn't have exclusives, and Sony should put their games on other platforms. And then niggas was like, well, what about Microsoft games? Oh, you don't gotta do that here. Now all of a sudden y'all want exclusives. Like, see, the fact that y'all are indecisive is the reason why they treat you like shit. Like one of the leakers said some shit like what you guys say is irrelevant. Do I have a video? Let me see if I have a video on that.
Because Phil Spencer's interviews all the time, and I promise you the next time he's on camera, someone's going to ask him this, and I look forward to hearing what his response is, because if it's anything other than like, no, we're not doing that, then the entire internet's going to destroy it.
Yeah. Right. And I think that this is kind of a case, and I'm not saying you guys, right? But I'm just saying this is kind of a case of like being too informed, and like it's just basically affecting the hardcore market, which is not where the majority of the money is made. So it's one of those situations where I can respect and I appreciate people discussing this and people being so involved and being so moved. I think that's the right word, moved by it. But I think that in, like I said, the metrics, it's not how it seems, and I don't really think that there's any better way to say that, right? Because while the conversation and the popular conversation may revolve around something else, on Twitter, on Facebook, on wherever, Twitch, YouTube, whatever it may be, the metrics say another thing, right? And numbers don't lie. And when you look at the metrics, it really comes down to, people are going to buy an Xbox regardless. What? And that's just what it is, right? Like, I understand that 1% uplift is not like, whoa, it's not the greatest thing on planet Earth,
What the
right?
fuck
But
is
that
it? Oh my
also
God.
just means that people are buying.
I'm back.
And 1% of what, right? Like,
I'm
you
back.
just imagine the sales.
I'm back.
So, like,
Set up something.
$200.
I'm watching. I'm watching.
on the
like
Xbox
$1 billion
One third party
That's a lot of consoles.
Oh, cool.
So I don't want to
Gonna
trivialize
be
what you guys are saying.
5:30 p.m.
But I
Central
also
Time.
want to
Yeah.
let you guys know that
I'm watching
your concerns are something
Thrash's
that
video
is
right now.
Okay.
Not,
I'm playing it on my.
It's not considered, and I think that's the right word. It's not considered.
So money talks, bullshit walks. Basically, is what he's saying. What you guys say on Twitter, the hardcore. You don't make us enough money. You're not considered. This guy supposedly works for Xbox, right? Works for ZeniMax, and he's talking about what's actually going on and all this shit, right? And motherfuckers talking about some y'all thoughts aren't considered. You know what I mean? Like, we don't look at the internet and then the same exact thing that Phil Spencer said that they do. Like, we hear you, we listen to gamers. That
God, I hate
whole
that shit.
spiel, which I called bullshit on
We're
day
listening
one,
to you, all
it's
that
kind of true, and still you motherfuckers are mad at me for the shit that was done to y'all by other whole ass niggas. Don't blame me for what's going on. It's your tears. It's your tears that salt my cookies. Like, it's you, your tear drips. They salt my salmon. I squeeze a lemon over it, and then I grab one of you fuck niggas by the back of the head and fucking shove your eyeballs into my salmon because your tears.
My salmon? What?
Your tears make
What the
my
hell is
day.
he talking about?
For $7 billion, you can help an Xbot become a PlayStation gamer. There's always a reason why King Thrash says what he says.
Feel not good enough.
I need some distraction.
Your games are coming to PlayStation. Deal with it, dumbass niggas. You are not welcome at PlayStation.
It may be empty,
Microsoft didn't even leave you a box of lemon heads, little niggas. In the arms of a Phil Spencer hairy-armed angel. Fly away from Xbox and join Nintendo Switch. What you Xbox niggas gonna do with y'all channels, nigga, huh? What y'all been working on those for years. How y'all let Phil Spencer take away y'all niggas' rent monies, nigga? Please donate. Please. They need $70 billion to recover, I promise you. Niggas is mad at me for being right at my predictions. I am glad you were hurt, bitch. Donate some Roblox cards for these bitch-ass niggas. Didn't Phil Spencer just win a Golden Joystick Award for being the best executive of the year? And y'all congratulated the nigga.
Keep on building lies that you make.
That nigga was building up on them lies, all right.
Don't make no difference.
Nigga, all these niggas need some milk. Milk companies about to be short on these niggas.
In this sweet madness.
It's crazy because the one guy who y'all said was unintelligent was trying to warn you intelligently. In the arms of a Puerto Rican angel, nigga. Motherfuckers got mofongo ready for you fuck niggas. These niggas need sweet batch avocados with no seeds. Because the console is seedless. Please donate these niggas $4.99.99 so they can get back on track with their Xbox games. Get them niggas the old version 1 overheating as they claim PS5. The thing that they hate the most is gonna have the games that they love the best. In the arms of a pit bull-faced angel, you can accept the hugs and the lickings for your wounds. I hope you found comfort in your pain, because I sure do. Please, everybody, please, seriously. Laugh at every last one of them dumbass niggas who stood by a green box with an X in the middle. Y'all niggas went from happiness to sadness real quick. It's people who have a problem with bullshitting, but they make the mistake of putting their cameras in their faces. Like, look, listen to how the grandpa of Xbox talks before and after.
Oh, that's trending too. That's trending too. Okay, finally something new. Finally something new. This is the last game for the with y'all. He not messing with y'all after this.
Yeah, he giving y'all that stuff.
Oh my god, that was cringe.
Mobile game, right?
Yeah. Go have fun with what you got. This is it.
Game. Y'all got
go deliver another package, because this is it for you. This is the last package.
Hey, King.
Now watch
that's so bad.
as I zoom in on his face.
It's so cringe.
And see his reaction about how over it was and how Death Stranding 2 was supposed to be the last game, because he's going to go to Xbox, because that's where greatness is. Watch as his face changes from happy to sad.
Where's all my swordsmen? Oh man, I'm out of swordsmen.
Productions. Hello, Kojima.
Hi. Welcome.
So how you feel that the Xbox money? That jacket crazy.
Together as part of the PlayStation Kojima Productions partnership, Hideo's going to take us on an exciting new adventure. One that I've been encouraging him to reinvent for years.
Kojima, brand new IP.
Oh, he's making another one.
Espionage, action espionage.
Kojima-san! Kojima-san!
Oh, so spy joint.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Metal Gear Energy.
This sounds like the thing
Wait.
you
We haven't
recorded
seen
from.
Oh my God, he's so sad.
espionage action game.
Damn, it went down to 480.
And this is what it is to have been an Xbox fan.
Oh, I made it through.
This is what I tried to avoid. The sales being withered away by no winds.
I can save now.
We literally just watched this man age about 10 years. Just in that sequence there. You know? Motherfucker looked like fucking the wolf from the Little Red Riding Hood, nigga, when he put on her clothes or some shit. They can take her clothes off, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's how we feel. That's how I tried to stop all of it. And how y'all react? How y'all react to me trying to save y'all from the embarrassment?
Hi. Welcome back to the channel. I just found this, and this looked like something I would be willing to cover.
Oh, shit.
Talking about King Thrash. And anyone who knows King Thrash knows where this is going. This guy really likes to suck Sony's dick.
Oh.
So, anyway, let's get into it.
Gamers, it's your boy King Thrash back at it once again with another video. And like, subscribe, don't like, don't subscribe. Look. I'm working on the God of War Ragnarok analysis. It's a lot of shit going on, a lot of...
Why do you do that? Analysis... Do you have to say it like that? Like, for real, bro, come on.
Another day, another Sony Pony roast, okay? We're gonna jump right into this, alright, guys? His name's King Thrasher.
King Thrasher.
What's he do? Thrash them dicks?
Oh.
I think some people like him. I don't fucking know. He's got 88 likes and 1 dislike on this video. I don't know the fuck how. Because half your shit is fucking false information. It's just like, shit, can someone do some fucking looking at or some research? What the fuck is going on?
Could somebody damage control better?
Whatever did I do to deserve the abuse? I can't even say things the way I want to say them without them niggas get mad. It's like I have to be Poindexter.
Oh, man.
Nothing. Meanwhile, Microsoft is doing what the fuck they want. Phil Spencer is doing what the fuck they want to do. And they got y'all niggas making videos like this now.
We've had a narrative for years about, winning the war. Microsoft are going to win the war. And then when they won the acquisition, people want their payout. They want the victory in
Especially
reality. And the reality is, actually, this is a $3 trillion organization buying this to make more money and more value for their shareholders. That's the reality. It is not about your console.
I don't know. If you want to be like our forums, we can start the conversation from the top again.
Yeah, let's revisit it.
Yeah,
It's
couple hours.
been an interesting discussion, right? Like, nutshell for me to sum this up is...
Oh, shit.
That,
That's a line.
Look, either way, right now, the reality is this, to an element of some of the things you've heard, is happening. How far this goes and what the details are and what this means, we need to wait. And we need to let this message play out. I'm going to be eating popcorn as I read it or watch it or whatever format it comes in, because I don't quite get how they're going to weave this path.
I just think
emergency
it's a slippery
podcast
slope.
time once they do.
I just think it's a very, 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 very slippery slope.
I can live
They're
with
killing
sensible
the
things
fucking
like live service
console.
games
They're
or
ending. What the fuck is
everything Activision stays multiplayer.
so hard
I
to
don't
Yeah,
give
but
a
like,
shit.
it's funny. It's funny because even I said that. Even I'm like, oh, Sea of Thieves, I can understand. But then I'm like, wait, no, I'm
It's a
wrong.
wrap, bro.
Because Sea of Thieves is like one of their biggest games. So if Sea of Thieves
But it's
can go
slowing
elsewhere, why
down.
can't Halo?
We've had a narrative for years about, winning the war. Oh, Microsoft are going to win the war. And then when they won the acquisition, people want their payout. They want the victory in
Especially now.
reality. And the reality is, actually, this is a $3 trillion organization buying this to make more money and more value for their shareholders. That's the reality. It
Yeah,
is
I'm
not
out of
about the
coffee.
console.
I don't know how much more I can watch. I don't have any more coffee, man. This is wash. Damn, Thrash has
If
got
you
like
wanna
20
go to our
minutes to go.
forums, we can start the conversation from the top again.
Yeah, go smoke a cigarette.
Yeah,
I mean,
another couple
it's
hours.
been an interesting discussion, right? Like
This shit is a
nutshell
wash.
for me to sum this up. Is
He's in denial. Damn.
look, either way, right
He looks
now,
like he's about
the
to cry.
reality is,
Fuck. Okay, it's not funny anymore.
to an element of some of the things you've heard is happening. How far this goes and what the details are and what this means.
It's over, bro.
And we need to let
Over. I gotta see these comments
I'm gonna
from
be eating popcorn as
replies
I read it,
from Phil.
watch it or whatever format it comes in, because I don't quite get how they're gonna weave this path.
I just think
Emergency
it's a slippery
podcast
slope.
time once they do.
I just think it's a very, 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 very slippery.
Listen to this fucking idiot. Making an Xbox go full third party will in the long term be worse for overall gaming.
Everything.
Yeah, that's why we didn't want them to buy
but, like,
fucking ABK.
It's funny because even I said that. Even I'm like, oh, Sea of Thieves, I can understand.
You guys fucking
Then I'm
hyped
like,
it up.
wait, no, I'm
Fucking
wrong.
chills.
Because Sea of Thieves is like one of
Like
their biggest
Maroons.
games. So if Sea of Thieves
But
can
it's
go
slowing
elsewhere, why
down.
can't Halo?
The only reason why
Bunch of
Halo couldn't is because
maroons.
PlayStation isn't choosing it.
Looking forward to it. Oh my god, see? This is what I mean about Phil needs to
Well, y'all
get
niggas
the
get to
fuck
pick and choose
away
on what you gonna damage
for a while.
But it's
Because
all
it's
good.
more of that shit, stringing motherfuckers
gonna have-
along. Look at this shit. Looking forward to it, Phil. Don't just let the Xbox gamers, but the whole gaming world down. Needs to have its place, like promised. We need it. This guy, man. Bro. Getting strung along yet again by Phil. Give him a couple fucking weeks away from Phil. Jesus. Need to decompress, deprogram. This fanboy. More corporate speak. We hear you. Yeah. Oh, that's finally getting through to him. Finally. Yeah, we've been saying that for years. He says that every fucking year. We got to do better. You know, it's the same shit. It's like, come on. Look at him, Xbox fan. Ah, that's funny. Damn. Alejandro, what's he saying? I hope Xbox games are Xbox exclusives. Now shut up. It's done with. We crossed that fucking long time ago. It's still holding on to hope. Yeah, no shit. We hear you. We're listening and we hear you. Oh, shut the fuck up. If people fall for that, I swear to God.
Active environment all my life. What
Biggest
life?
liar on social media.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Sex, drugs, and rap music. Phil, it's a goddamn a goddamn hype.
He's a snake oil
He's an
salesman.
alcoholic, a wino, habitual liar. So they went out there and had their show. So Phil said, "Oh yeah, I'm more confident than ever." I said, "Well, this nigga here." And what happened? He came on that bitch. You want crackhead
Yeah, that's
3.
true.
Coming a goddamn crackhead Creed. Hey, bro, all over the goddamn
I think
place.
everything has been said. I don't think there's anything more to say until
drug addict from Islands.
we let people decompress a little bit.
I'm saying, like,
Let the dust settle.
The fuck, like, even when
Oh, shit. I'm in a fight.
Had the little show, and it feels like
Gotta
I'm
catch 'em all.
ever, right? And
Fuck.
who wants to say, hey,
I wasn't ready.
man, let him see Halo in that shape. Still was fucked up when it came out. Like, who the fuck is calling the shots back there, motherfucker? Who was the fuck nigga in the break room with the rape whistle? Like, you know what I mean? In the locker room with the rape whistle. Like, who? Like, it makes zero goddamn sense. Last show of the year, you were in last place.
You already canceled 2 games this year.
And you showed nothing.
You got all this shit supposed to be coming out next year.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter. And you showed nothing.
Nothing.
Hey, man. So something don't make sense to me, Z, right? There's a lot of mixed messaging going on.
I think niggas.
Yeah, there is. Good point. Get that motherfucker. Hold on. Might as well keep playing that.
What up, gamers? It's your
Whoops. Wrong one. Let me keep playing this while I'm fighting this boss fight, but I think I'm about done.
Have fun with y'all games. Let me dirty dance on that Hellblade bitch real quick. Time of my life with your games, nigga. Yo shit. I never felt this way, I promise you. Never, and it feels good. I swear, nigga. And nigga, it's the truth. Speak on they pain, nigga. And Phil Spencer, I owe it all to you. Thank you, Phil Spencer, for all of the salt. Let my bitch say, nigga. I told you niggas it's a rap. We owe it all to y'all. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, give me your hi-fi rush. I'm dirty dancing in this bitch to your games, nigga.
Ow.
Nigga, I've been waiting for so long, nigga. Nigga, you understand, nigga, that white people are dancing
this close
to
to
the lost. I need
dying. I'm gonna have to take medicine.
You got bitches getting serenaded by bitches over your shit. Niggas is lesbian happy. Nigga, they
Volume
singing
went
at
up
the same
like
time,
10%.
serenading you. You know, nigga?
20%.
That's everybody enjoying your
CB3.
shit. You ain't enjoying
Shout out to you.
everybody else.
Shout out to the original Kid Coyote too
Nigga,
for checking in, but
you understand that? Just remember, you're the one, man. Niggas taking your shit left.
damn, Thrash is like losing his mind too with this shit. Jesus.
What you telling? Is that
He's
we
talking to
don't
himself and
share
everything.
games. It's just that I'm taking your motherfucking game. Wow. And I never felt like this before. Never felt this way. On you niggas. It's the truth.
I better not get flagged for this, Thrash.
All for you niggas. Look, more white people getting involved. Nigga, I'm taking your games and your bitches, nigga. It's funny. I owe it all to you, Sarah. Thank you. Nigga, I jump into the ground, nigga. Hey, baby.
Oh man. Thrash is wilding.
Hey, I don't even. I'm happy because of your sadness yet. It's because of you. Thank you so much. I feel lovely, spectacular. Nigga, we
All
dancing
right.
in the middle of the crowd on you.
I think that's everything that can be said for now until after lunch.
Do you understand, nigga? I'm doing.
I think I said everything I can say for now until I go get caught up. I need to.
I got your parents dancing with me now, nigga. I just pulled
I guess we could check one more time.
Nigga, just remember.
See if anything else, any other news happened.
Nigga, hey, we got the crowd involved. Nigga, you got Nintendo Switch niggas not even mentioning these Xbox games. Cause don't nobody want them. The only people talking about it is us niggas. We've been clowning these niggas for years. Because
But there is a rumor, Fonz. Right here first.
with your motherfucking games, you dumb niggas.
Oh shit, Xbox gamers are canceling their Game Pass subscription in droves. It's like I'm gonna listen to your metrics. Have you been lying about metrics all this time? Come on.
The time of my life with Hi-Fi Rush. I never felt it.
Everybody's just responding to
I
that.
did back when Sega did it. It's the truth. And
This is the current list right now
Xbox fanboy.
of Xbox games
Nigga.
reportedly
So don't you
coming to
ever come at me
PlayStation.
funny, nigga.
This is the
Just
whole slate.
because. Nigga,
Indiana
I do this
Jones,
shit
god damn.
just motherfucking because, nigga. Not no other.
Here.
Okay, let's just
And I
finish off
asked
this Thrash
everybody
video and
that I
then I'll
could to
leave
get
it
the
at
correct
that.
answer, and the only answer that came back, and I
Let's see the cope.
with the Switch.
But let's see how these niggas talk when they not on YouTube about Xbox future.
Push Xbox out of hardware, but it does minimize the incentive for third-party studios or smaller indies to even put their game on Xbox because they're like, well, it's going to cost us this much. Let's just go with the Switch version, the PlayStation version, and see how it goes, because that's happened over the years. I think this just makes it worse because when we were midway through the Xbox One generation, I was doing all these lists like, where are all these games that go to PlayStation, PC, and Switch and are just no marketing deal, are just skipping Xbox? And I asked everybody that I could to get a correct answer, and the only answer that came back was Xbox just wasn't popular enough for them to sell. So this is a problem, but
that is a problem.
But then,
and I'll end with
But then,
this.
Cole, then that means that that's going to be a problem for the future moving forward, because not every developer sees Game Pass as part of their future. You know, I
Right.
know that's Microsoft's thing.
Let me counter that by saying that it was a lot worse because
Yes.
they didn't have Persona, they didn't have certain games, and they always do their Japan runs, and they've gotten a lot of people to sign. I think Final Fantasy 16 will come, and one day
But
the set will come. But
yes, to a point, I agree with you, because but first for Sega that works because Sega got the exposure with Persona on Xbox, and then they got the exposure with the Yakuza series, and Yakuza is doing very good. But we have to also think about the smaller guy too. We have to think about certain businesses that might not work for them because the Game Pass model is not their model. It might not be that. So how does Xbox entices people outside of the Game Pass model to release an Xbox if their hardware is just not selling? It's a concern.
Well, here's the
reason
problem.
It's a concern for me is because I know from a first party standpoint, I can get access to the games on PC. I don't necessarily need to have an Xbox, but at the end of the day, like from a third party, if I have a friend who's diehard in there and you just can't play like a third party game on there because the third party says, hey, we're not going to launch it there. So now they have no choice but to go on PlayStation.
The problem is that Xbox, this isn't a new problem. Xbox has had this problem since Don Matrick introduced the Xbox One. That's when all the Xbox went from being at the top, beating PlayStation in console sales. And people try to say, oh, it's just going to be the multiplayer games, the games of service. I'm going to predict that the choices of the very few select released games that come to play fit their criteria. And now in court, Phil said Elder Scrolls 6 is exclusive. He's probably going to have to figure out a way to say I was wrong on that, or I wasn't
He has
fully.
to answer that too. You can't let Sarah answer that. It's not. That's you know, and I will tell her that. I will tell him that he has to address it. From his words, the case by case thing is out the window. Now I'm not making this. It's 250 people. It just goes to show you're listening right now. It's on fire. But I can't stay here. I'm going to get King Thrash's opinion, Immortals next, and Uni's opinion. And then, like I said, I got to shoot out of here. But Phil has to take some. You got to address it somehow. I think Phil should be there with Sarah, or he should make a tweet or a blog. You know, get it out this week and get it over with. It's like I said, shit will get off the bowl. There are things that they've went against that they've said themselves. Now, I don't think this could be. Could this be a huge thing? If you let it go 3 weeks, it's just gonna batter everyone down. Just get it over with. Now I want to hear what you have, Immortal, to say, and then it's going to be King, and then Uni.
Appreciate you letting me speak. The concerning part is this. So let's say they do take Hi-Fi Rush and whatever games they decide to, put over there, right? Whether that be Nintendo or PlayStation or both. If they make more money going there and even taking only a certain percentage from those companies, and they still make more money than what they do on the own platform they have, it pretty much sets an example of we can't have the security of saying things will be locked down on the Xbox, because at that point they're already doing it because of the money.
Open.
Yeah, the actions that they're doing now is because they want more money.
And you best believe, as soon as it was my turn to talk, the nigga Colt Eastwood turned tail and bounced. He knew exactly what it was, what time it was, what time it needed to be, and where not to be, because I was going the fuck off. He was there for me going off, and he was like, but King Thrash, man, fuck that shit, nigga. You ain't fucked up. Nah, I didn't even go all the way, because it's no longer necessary for me to take these niggas' heads off. But what I did do was say, nah, y'all still act like you need to calm down. And this, I'm gonna say the same message to them as I'm gonna say that I said to y'all. I'm gonna say the same message to y'all as what I said to them. And what I said was, now is not the time to give up, right? The console is over, but this company still wants to be inside the gaming business, and we need to make sure that they give us great games. Sure, you be playing those games on PlayStation. Sure, you ain't gonna like it, and sure, you would grow to like it because PlayStation games are better on PlayStation than they are Xbox. But what you need to understand is that Microsoft still wants to fucking be around. If they're gonna still be around, then them motherfuckers are gonna have to put out some of the best games they ever put out, because PlayStation niggas ain't having that trash shit. We not. We ain't no forgiving. Ain't no such thing as just we auto buying your shit, my nigga. We are already worried about motherfucking Call of Duty to begin with, my nigga. You think I fired all these people? Shit, nigga. You better motherfucking get your shit right. So I told them niggas, hey, keep fighting. Go up in their motherfucking comment sections. Do what the fuck you need to do to make sure they at least make great games. If they're not gonna make great consoles, then at least make great games, or they will be out of the console business altogether, because motherfuckers is just not gonna take the bullshit from them. Or they'll stay in the business and still just not make that much money. Period. They are on the ropes on money. They are doing this because they need to make money. And these guys took it like they were their friends. And I'm like, bro, they are not your friends. Nigga, do not trust the businessman. None of them. I don't even follow Shuhei Yoshida. Nigga, they call me an Xbox fan. I'm a PlayStation fan. I don't follow none of these cats. I don't follow nobody in the business. No one. You know what I'm saying? I think except Kojima. But that's because that's Kojima. That's my nigga. I'm not sitting there looking at him to say, oh, are you going to do something for my console? It's more of he's an artist, and I like his work, and he's one of the most iconic people in gaming. So that's why I follow him. But I'm not following no Shuhei Yoshida. I'm not following no Phil Spencer.
Yeah, I'm not following any of those motherfuckers.
Whoever the fuck else got a goddamn account on anybody's Twitter or social media.
I'm not following Phil or
90% of the
anybody.
time it's going to be a social media
Maybe
manager,
Kojima. I doubt it, though.
So I can make this last another hour, because I was just in a spaces with Tim Dog and them again, a different space that was today. That one was yesterday, right? This is today.
Oh, move!
Right, and
I got some boots.
I'll probably just play that video for y'all, because I think I got about an hour worth of footage of different people talking, saying some of the stupidest shit I've ever fucking heard in my fucking life. You got some that are just like, fuck it, we need to really start listening. And I had another talk with him, like, look, I'm not here to bash you, bro. I've never been there to bash you cats. I've just been there to tell the truth, and you guys took truth as bashing. And I told them the facts about what's going on, because a lot of them are still fucking making up shit as they go. And I'm like, that's not the time for this shit, bro. Like, if you care about Xbox games, because the console is dead, so you might as well, that's already gone and dead. The only thing that's going to be here and well that they probably listen to you on is going to be on games. You need to make sure that they understand what type of games you want, especially if they're going to want to beg you to go to, their services or another platform. So I'll leave y'all with this. It's time to say goodbye.
I am today, Mark. I don't care. Record it, snap it, screenshot it. You caught me in 4K, maybe 8K, 6.5K, however you got recording video content. I regret this Activision Blizzard deal. Because if you're telling me that's the pillar that made them to get them all fat-headed and to do this, I regret it. Fuck, fire another 2,000 other motherfuckers, get them out the door. Like, I don't care about any freaking layoffs or canceled games, any of that. No, this deal was bad. No, I don't like this whole. I'm not siding with all the the senates and all that shit and PlayStation and all the people arguing in court. No, if I known that this was going to be the thing that pretty essentially Xbox is dead to me, it kills Xbox for me. Then yeah, that Activision could have just gone away. I don't care. I don't care about any other studio that needs saving, because in order for Xbox to acquire talent, they have to be a third party.
Man, I want to go into that so bad.
When Sega went the way it did, right?
Fucking whirlpool. It's like a warp zone.
I was not a super hardcore
Sony, who don't have a leader right now to lead PlayStation.
Oh,
right?
God.
You don't know the guy that's taking over is the chief financial officer.
Not like this
you don't
post.
know what type
Not
of
like this post.
They're going under reorganization. They have no first party roadmap. They're relying on third party right now, the same way they did to indies in the PS3 era. You have them in the most vulnerable position. And instead of doing what they did to you in the Xbox One era, you want to throw them a lifeline?
Because
when
they've been trying.
You down in the Xbox One era,
God, why do you think they have to do propaganda?
They tried to literally.
Your propaganda isn't working.
Third-party content
The fuck?
and force you out of the industry, knowing they had a CEO that came in that
you guys tried it.
Nothing about the gaming industry. We're talking about Nadalia, who thought it was
watching
better
the quality
to
go
invest
down
in
and
Mixer
the bullshit
than in Xbox.
for
What are we doing
way
here
too long.
Am I lying?
It's having a snowball effect.
No, you're right.
And doing the
listen,
reverse.
Listen, I think that, that bothers me too.
Fuck people not buying Xbox. People are going out of the way not to buy it now.
Arguably a better hand. You definitely had the games. You didn't let it play out, and you basically you got shook, and you did this move ill-advised. Everyone's going crazy.
Yeah, you guys know way better than they do.
On Xbox.
Like they don't know they got fucking bad business happening.
Like they spend a little bit extra bread to get it. The poll people have done that. Like they spend a little bit extra bread to get it.
What's the poll?
The poll is 52
Just stop.
Right now. Oh, it's close as hell.
159
what
votes.
would you rather have, exclusive games or Game Pass day and date?
Yeah, 52. It's tight. 165 people voting. Go hit the vote. Hit the polls. King, this is what it is.
Hit the poll.
Day and date gotta go away. We gotta keep the lights on.
Day and date gotta go away.
Oh,
It's already gone, probably.
Because, but see, my goals is to kill Kong.
Oh,
my goals is
he's gonna say that just to cope. Just to cope because his company lost. He's gonna fucking say consoles need to die. He's shot. Ah, dude. You are not a gamer. Get the fuck out of here.
Like, and
that is so bad. That's so cringe, man. Why?
But I'm calling for every Xbox.
Get the fuck out of gaming.
If
Jesus.
this is real, you got Game Pass. I want you to go to your
So
Game
bad.
Pass subscription and delete it. Call them up and say.
Yeah, you killed it. You killed it. And now you're killing the Xbox culture. Out of spite.
Let it burn. You're gonna disrespect, and I'm gonna show you when you're gonna see.
You guys are just resentful of fucking PlayStation, so you'd rather just burn everything. It's like, what the fuck? Fuck off. So bad. Oh, what happened?
To Xbots, not Xbox fans. Xbots love liars. When Phil said hardware sales don't matter, and yet the representative in the court case against Apple said they do, you love liars. When Phil says you're getting VR and you believe him, that was in the 1X period. You've still seen nothing up to today.
Why can't we have this guy
You love liars.
on the show? This guy's
When
making
Colt tells
sense.
you PS5
Pastor,
is
where you
RDNA
at, Pastor?
1.5 and AMD tells you it's RDNA 2, you guys
Your
believe
your
Colt.
your doppelganger's making sense.
You love liars. When dealer tells you 40 to 50 frames on GPU alone and you believe him, you love liars. When Destin tells you Xbox Series X is catching up to the PS5, he draws
There's a
these
rumor,
funny
Fonz.
hand graphs, and yet the data is showing a 2-to-1 gap. You love liars. The problem with you guys, you're so fascinated with what these liars tell you. Instead of looking
Damn.
at the data, you have cognitive dissonance, and it's a severe case.
Yeah, that's true.
You guys are like in the
A
middle of
cult?
the ocean, in a small canoe. It has a hole in it. And you're busy looking at us PlayStation guys on our Sony yacht, and you're telling us, you guy up that brandy you're drinking, don't let them charge you for it. We get salt water here for free. Your boat is sinking, of course you get salt water for free. You guys are so concerned with what Jim is doing, you're not even looking at your boat as a whole. You need to be concerned with what Phil is doing. You need to ask yourself why you haven't got the quality of game we had in the
there you go.
PS3 era. There has been no
There
Xbox
you
game
go.
that has matched
Preach.
Uncharted 2, by the way. That's how far back you are. PS3. Don't even start with God of War.
Capping for the shitty quality is not working, so.
Patch that boat.
Well said, Odie. And with that, I bid y'all adieu.
Yeah.
Just know.
Yeah, I bid you all adieu as well. I think that's about it. We'll talk about this again later.
We'll
I'm sure there'll
cover
be
the
more
news as it comes.
more bullshit. But damn, it's been a bloodbath, and it's kind of sad, but we'll get over it. Hopefully, Phil doesn't string them along even more. Just hopefully he keeps his distance for a while and lets them break apart from this whole cult mentality, because you gotta have some time away from that bullshit. Like, let Sarah Bond go out there and talk for a while. Phil just hide for a while like fucking David Miscavige, and these bots will be alright. It is what it is. It is what it is!
Since biblical times, man has witnessed and recorded strange manifestations in the sky and speculated on the possibilities of visitors from another world. Today, from the skies of California, the fields of Kansas, the rice paddies of the Orient, the air lanes of the world, come persistent reports of UFOs, unidentified flying objects which we have come to know as flying saucers.
The whole slate. Damn, man. It's a wash.
Is it a beacon from an alien civilization telling man that he is not alone?
Batman. Batman.
Because they moved from outer space, the sounds they made were different.
Planet Earth is a speck of dust, remote and alone in the void. There are powers in the universe inscrutable and profound. Fear cannot save us. Rage cannot help us. We must see the stranger in a new light, the light of understanding. And to achieve this, we must begin to understand ourselves and each other.
They learn too late that man is a feeling creature. Can be given, it must be achieved. Thank you, Phil, for teaching us how to love video games. Again.